Hello and welcome to RPGeeks, where science geeks roll dice and tell stories. We are back.
We're back, baby!
We're back, bitches!
If you don't know who we are four professional science communicators. We very much enjoy playing tabletop role-playing games and then nerding out about the science that comes up in the games. But today is a very special start of an adventure. Thank you to everyone who's joining us on Twitch, YouTube, podcast, wherever you are. Hello. We appreciate
Podcast
you.
listeners, I'm waving.
Me too.
I'm pointing. I don't know where I'm pointing. I'm just pointing.
Finger guns.
Finger guns.
Yeah,
How you doing,
so
Twitch chat?
I
Bow,
think before we get into it, we should lay a small amount of context for what is happening today. Everything's changed.
Look, I'm in the top left corner now.
Emily Bates. Emily
You're all
Bates
down here
has taken charge as our so-called Fate Weaver, GM, for a whole new system that none of us have ever played.
We are confident in what we are doing.
Oh my god. Playing it for the first time on stream seems sensible.
Have you heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect?
What's the Johnny Kruger effect?
I don't really know, but I'm pretty confident it's about like science or something.
Brilliant.
Johnny Kruger. Should be NPC.
That's the finger guns man. That's what I was
What?
saying. Johnny Kruger.
Johnny Kruger.
Isn't that Johnny Bravo?
The Johnny Bravo
finger
effect.
guns? Anyway, I'm gonna bring this round because I'm very
Bring
excited.
it round.
The
Bring it
point.
home.
Whee! Here we go.
I'm so psyched to get into the story, but let's just do a little bit of context first. Today we're going to be running, and for the next, I was going to say 12 weeks, but it's not 12 weeks. It's 12 episodes.
Correct.
But every so often we'll have a special science episode where we do the science of Starfinder.
Woo!
Or sci-finder. No,
I like the science of Starfinder. We should have come up with the name before today.
You should have tried. You should have run that past us before you said that.
It's what if someone put it on our calendars. Sci-finder.
You do the calendar, Harmony, so that means it was you.
The Science of Starfinder episodes are going to be popping up every so often in between our 12 campaign episodes using the Starfinder system from Paizo. This is going to be our first sort of self-contained campaign where we have a very sort of clear end in mind when we start off.
Well, one of us does.
I'm going to kill you all.
We've got all new characters, so you don't have to know anything about our previous stuff to enjoy the campaign. You also don't necessarily have to listen to the science episodes to understand the adventure, or listen to the adventure to understand and appreciate the science episodes.
Yeah, it's
You
true.
also don't even need to enjoy the campaign to listen
you
to
have
it.
to enjoy
can just
it.
listen to it.
You don't have to enjoy anything. You just have
watch.
to listen.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we ask.
I can't wait to sit down and really hate 2 hours of
You
D&D.
can just put it on. You can just put it on in a different room and then go about your day and just leave us there with the views. That'd be great.
And click on the ads. If you do come in and there's an ad playing for any reason, just do click on it. Cannot stress that.
Well, look, I think we should stop avoiding diving in to this terrifying new story.
Terrifying new system.
Terrifying new system.
Oh, and I just want to add to that because it's brand new for all of us. We are using the majority of the Starfinder lore, but I have taken it and torn little pages up and gone, no, Emily's bit goes in here. So don't at me if I change some of the lore, but also feel free to give me extra context to some of the lore because I haven't read all of the books because there's loads of them.
And if we do make any mistakes on the rules, please do remember that it is our first time, but also be sure to leave very verbose comments on YouTube about why that is, because that's engagement and we stand
lots
engagement.
Of engagement.
Okay? Start a conversation with as many people as possible about how we got a particular rule wrong.
Yeah, but nicely, because otherwise I'll cry. So that would be great.
Why make one comment when 3 comment can do the same thing?
The secrets of engagement.
So let's find out who we are before we go ahead and meet our new characters. I'll start. My name is Harmony. I use she, her pronouns. And I have blue hair today, for those of you listening to the podcast. And ears! It's going to be so great.
Blue ears.
Blue ears. Oh, Ali.
Oh, wow. My name's Ali. I use he, him pronouns. I'm wearing a shirt, which I chose for its chafing, or the lack of chafing.
Oh, for its chafing. I was like, that's a weird reason to choose.
I guess for where it falls on the chafe scale.
Okay.
Low.
You look like
Nice.
a Venetian gondola driver who's got like a black stole around their neck. For podcast listeners.
He does.
It's like, yeah,
Sorry,
like a life
that's what I
jacket.
should have said. Yeah, let me be clear. I modelled myself on Francesco Aldini from 1600. And with that, I'll hand over to Simon, who's modelled himself on...
Generic man. I generated
Generic
a character
white
in Life 2.0 and I set all the sliders to the middle. White, brown, short hair, white t-shirt. I put a jacket on just to spice things up, but maybe that won't last. It's quite warm in here.
We love spicy Simon.
My name is Average Human Simon. I use he, him pronouns. And like all these other people, I do sciencey type things on the internet. And I'm very excited because we're all in the very capable hands of a certain Emily Bates.
Hello, it's me. Apparently I have capable hands. I'm Emily Bates. I'm wearing, what am I wearing? I'm wearing a nice fancy dress that I actually bought for Sharmini's birthday a while back. And it's black, velvety, and it's got gold hearts on, and I love it. And it was there to make me less scared, because tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, I will be your fate weaver. So, where are we? Welcome to the Pact Worlds, a solar system filled with technology, aliens, and magic. A group of planets and peoples brought together in a tentative alliance. Now, key to life in the Pact Worlds is the Drift, a plane of swirling clouds, dazzling colours, and amorphous shapes that fly around your peripheral vision, allowing explorers, merchants, even holidaymakers the ability to traverse the universe at faster than light speeds. But in 322 AG, it failed. When the Drift crashed, no one could predict the turmoil it would cause. 1 year on from this crisis, the Pact Worlds are still reeling. Trade is disrupted, loved ones are separated, and refugees from all over the galaxy search for a way back home. And our story begins on Absalom Station. Floating in the orbit formerly occupied by the planet Galerion, Absalom Station is the primary home of humanity and the undisputed centre of both interstellar trade and governance among the Pact Worlds. As a general rule, money and power flow inward from the numerous bustling docks towards the great park-like dome known as the Eye, while the downtrodden masses sink down into the machine-cramped access warrens of the Spike. Absalom Station is a land of opportunity, a chance for people of all sorts to make a fresh start. Within its 5-mile diameter, religious organisations seek converts, the Starfinder Society launches expeditions into the unknown, and the Eyes Wide Agency hires out psychic investigators. Speaking of which, in the arms of Absalom stands a large concrete building. A giant embossed eye sits above floors of darkened windows facing out to the blackness of space. Brass revolving doors sit at the top of a flight of stone steps, at the bottom of which a figure fiddles with a miniature toy version of Absalom Station, complete with mini spaceships orbiting the light-up model. Sharmini, would you like to describe your character?
So, she looks kind of like a tourist here. Partly it's just sort of the wandering and the looking up in awe. Partly it's that she sort of kind of seems to be dressed for the summer, even though it's I presume a very nice climate controlled system.
Incredibly climate controlled. Yeah.
Station, but she's kind of like a little sweaty, looking a little flushed. She's quite a sort of broad, curvy figure in blue dungarees, with a backpack, a little side pack. She's got dark blue hair and blue furry ears, and also little canine teeth that just sort of jut out whenever she smiles, which she does quite a lot, especially looking up at this amazing building. And just behind her and to one side, there sort of plonks into view a somewhat peculiar robot. It looks like a box on 4 quite stiff tripody legs. Like, it doesn't look terribly agile, and the box is kind of clunky, and it's got, you know, what could be sort of tracks on it, and it's got like things sticking out and things that look like they could come out. But for now, it remains boxy and just sort of plump, 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 next to her.
Lovely. And this is, of course, your character's name?
Thaliana, who uses she/her pronouns.
Wonderful. And the robot next to you?
Ruby! This is Ruby.
Right, Thaliana, what would you like to do?
Okay. So I will take a deep breath, like a country girl in a big city, make my way up the stairs into Eyes Wide.
Fantastic. So you go through the revolving doors and you enter into the foyer. So marble floors, and floating in the ceiling are golden orbs of light hanging in this tall foyer. At the front desk sit 2 receptionists. Both are Lashunta, which are humanoids with pale green skin, and they have 2 antennae protruding from their foreheads. They have little earpieces with thin microphones, and behind them is a cascading waterfall of a sparkling deep green liquid. 2 escalators on either side go up through holes in the ceiling, and to the right of them, to the right of the room, is a selection of sofas which have a few different humanoids sat on.
Wow, this is just wow.
Oh, sweetie, sorry, no robots apart from accessibility bots past the front line. And you can see there's a yellow line on the floor in front of you.
All right. Ruby, go, just wait, just there. Sorry about that.
Hello, welcome to Eyes Wide. What is your case number?
Hi. Oh, well, I don't have a case number yet, but I'm hoping to.
Oh, sweetie, we're not taking new clients at the moment.
Oh, well, see, thing is, this might not be I'm not a client. I've got some information that I think might be important or possibly relevant. It might be something that you're already doing. I don't know, but it's something important that someone needs to check out for sure.
Right. Well, our wait list is currently 4 months, so why don't you guys can put your name down and you can come back then?
Well, could I just tell someone about it? Because
I'm afraid all of our detectives are busy right now. You know, with the crash and everything, it's all quite hectic around here.
Oh, right. It's just that I think what I got to say might be.
Okay, honey, I'm gonna stop you.
Right.
We're really not taking anyone. All those people waiting over there, they have active cases and they have been waiting for. Well, that lady over there, she was a young girl when she walked in, and you see this Sharon, who is this old lady with like a little tea towel, kind of what they call the little headscarf,
face doors.
And she goes, I'm joking, but you get the idea. I'm not meant to recommend anything, but I would suggest trying to find someone else to help you with your problem.
Are you allowed to talk about clients that you have? Because there's a couple of people who I thought might be your clients already, and
sweetie, no, that's
that might be
confidential.
Right.
I'm afraid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess that would make sense. You don't want to be giving out people's personal information. Well, yeah. I don't got time to wait. I gotta get back home. But
well, you could always try one of the other detective agencies in the city.
There are other detective agencies here?
Supposedly.
Well, that's great, because I'd only heard of this one. See, Eyes Wide. My friend told me all about it. Said it was the best, and she's seen it on all the shows and everything, solving crimes and that. But
yeah, that damn documentary crew. God, I tell you, they wouldn't leave me alone. They just wanted me on camera all the time.
I can see why.
Thank you.
So where does one go to find like a whole array of detective agencies? This place is amazing. We don't got nothing like this back home.
Look, I'm not meant to recommend anyone in particular, but
Oh, right.
look, just 1 second. And she goes into a drawer and sort of rustles around and pulls out a little card, which has scribbled on it in pen a name, and she hands it over and she goes, look, this is, you didn't hear it from me, it's Eyes Shut. It's a clever play on our agency, and look, they're down in the Spike, so it's not the nicest area, but if you do go, could you do me a favor?
Wait a sec. Is that where the ghosts are?
Oh no, that's real far down in the Spike in the ghost levels. They're quite high up. They're top levels of the Spike. You'll be fine. But if you do go, I'm gonna need you to do something for me, because I shouldn't have really given you that.
Oh sure, anything.
Yeah, you tell Corey he has to call me back.
Corey has to call you back. And what was your name? Sorry,
Sonia.
Sonia. I'm Thaliana. Thanks. It's lovely to meet you.
There's a gloss screen.
Puts her hand out. Oh, you don't. Okay. Well, hi. She gives a friendly wave.
It's nice to meet you too.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, Eyes Wide. How may I help you? What's your case number? And she's just gone onto the phone and is ignoring you.
I'll just go then. Okay. Okay. Bye.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr.
Okay.
And as you exit,
walks out.
lovely.
Wow.
So
Thaliana.
Thaliana, she's lovely. As you leave Eyes Wide, we sort of zoom away and go through some winding streets, traveling down levels in this sort of futuristic cityscape. They're filled with security robots that sort of get sparser the further down we go, before we see a character walking along a dingy sidewalk, heading into an alleyway where a sign hangs for the Eyes Shut Detective Agency. Ali, would you like to describe your character?
You see in front of you a slightly shorter than average man, wearing what is unmistakably pilot's uniform, right? Navigator's uniform, to be absolutely precise. Navigator second class, and the uniform it's a bit the worse for wear. It's got a few cuts in it, a few scrapes there. It's been ripped a few times, and then you can see it's been actually pretty badly sewn back together, but like laboriously, but with no great skill. You see them walking with a slight shamble to their gait, and clearly trying to stay upright, but also at the same time occasionally just bumping like shoulders into things and staggering a little bit, and then pulling himself up again. Chiseled features, enormous eyebrows, really like statement piece eyebrows. And you see on the name tag, just underneath the pilot's bars and the pilot's wings, you see the name Corey Vanderleer. Navigator second class.
And what does the sign for Eyes Wide look like? Eyes Shut. Sorry, I'm going to keep doing that. Eyes Shut.
The sign for Eyes Shut is, you can see it's been painted over a few times. Obviously, there have been a few different goes at it, but essentially it looks like a scrunch, like someone's really scrunched their face up, right? Like really scrunched, and then just the eyed versions of that. And then over it is written in red paint, Eyes Shut. And then that's been crossed out, and then it's been rewritten in white paint.
Lovely. Corey, as you enter into the room of Eyes Shut Detective Agency, Simon, would you like to describe the scene that confronts Corey?
Corey, don't move! Don't move. Everything is exactly where it needs to be. And those words are spoken by a 4-foot-tall Isoki, a rat person, in a very tattered-looking 3-piece pinstripe suit, which is really worse for wear. It's coming apart at the seams, and it's also coming apart from the seams internally because it's stuffed full of things like flyers, chopsticks, and rags, and loads of different paraphernalia. And this is Snicked. He uses he/him pronouns, and is standing in the agency, which is a couple of desks, very, very shabby, covered with various bits of paperwork. There's some month-old Chinese takeaway that's on the end of one of the desks. There's a haze of sort of smoke in the air. There's a ceiling fan slowly going around, which is wafting the smoky air, going through the harsh lines of light that come through the blinds on the windows. And on one of the other walls is just a huge collection of paper and photographs and newspaper clippings, and they're all connected with red string and tape, and there are big question marks written on it, and then all these arrows pointing towards a certain section of it. There are bottles everywhere. And Snick repeats, "Don't move! Those bottles are exactly how I found them at the source of the accident."
What have you been doing?
Right, okay, I figured it all out. He like hops down. He was sat on one of the desks at this point. He hops down and like comes over and is like, "I figured it out. You remember Gaff? You remember Noodle Man, Slim Jim, the guy who works at the noodle bar?"
A little bit further from my face, please.
Sorry, Corey. Takes a step back. Right, well, I think he is at the heart of all of this. Galarian disappearing, everything going on. I thought it was the elves for a time, but I'm pretty sure it's the Noodle Man opposite. Now, look at these pictures on the walls. Do you not see the same person in all of these pictures?
Snicked. Let me stop you there for a second. I need some Nurofen. I need aspirin, painkillers, anything that you have. Please, just get it now.
Oh,
It's called Abadarfen. It's Abadar's drug company.
Oh,
All the drugs that they sell.
As Snick goes through his pockets and pulls out and then like kind of poses to the camera. Like the Abadar Corps has sponsored this adventure.
Abadar Corps.
And I'm like, "Oh, there you go, Corey." Throw a small bottle of painkillers.
Corey catches it, consummate ease. And then just
You know what?
starts.
Does he? Let's have,
Oh, this is a dice-based game.
let's have a reflex save. Reflex save. That is a
that's
thing
new.
in
Oh,
Starfinder.
everything's new.
You only have 3
Everything's
saves in
different.
Starfinder: Fortitude, Reflex, and Will.
All right, where do I? Yes, I found it.
It's on your character sheet somewhere near the top,
I
I
didn't
believe.
say any of that. I know where it is. Okay, I'm gonna be
Let's
honest
roll.
with you. I am going to.
No.
Yeah.
Don't stab me. I know that you've got form.
No.
We're trying to party right now.
It's whether he
I
used one of his big, his temporal shifts.
No. I think about it. You could see for a second a flash, like Corey's eyes for a second start to go milky white, and then they just sort of go back to being normal. And he sort of reaches out and rolls an 8, and
Yes, and then it sort of it clips the edges of your fingers and just clatters to the floor.
Okay,
They go all over the floor.
I stagger back a little bit into the bottles. What I'm assuming is urine.
Oh, well, no, it's a variety of things in the bottles.
Oh, just
okay.
don't ask. Wow.
You don't want to know what's in them.
All right, I stagger back straight into the bottles.
Perfect. Snakes, the bottles go absolutely everywhere.
No, the evidence! Oh,
Just for God's sakes, would you just stop shouting? Oh.
sorry, I get worked up about this. You all right? Where have you been?
I've been down at the click clack.
You uncover anything?
In a manner of speaking.
Go on.
Well, I was making connections.
Connections are good. Yes.
Yes, I was. Yeah, I spent a long time actually investigating one particular person's style of poker playing. And look, can I just? I would actually like to change these shoes. I don't know what this stuff is, but it smells very, very bad.
Oh, you may have knocked over the bottle that had the Yeah, why don't we get you some new shoes on? Yeah, great idea.
As you go to fetch Corey some new shoes, you hear on your computer a little bling. You've got a new info mail, and Simon, I'm going to send it over to you.
Mail.
How are we living in the future now?
The future.
Can my character read?
You send info mail through the.
Yeah,
internet.
sure.
Pretty sure Snick can read.
I was like,
He has to read the conspiracy theory somewhere.
Yeah. You
doesn't
made
do him
that
any
up.
good.
Like all the borders, just little
All the
pictures.
board, yeah, all the boards,
Just
like writing
totally-
on it, which he can't read.
Just random letters. And
There's all hieroglyphics. It's like, that looks like it should sound like an A. Right, what have we got here? Oh, boss, we got another message from Aubrey.
Aubrey,
The old lady, the gnome. She,
Oh God,
keeps giving us the job. Really great, really useful person to know. Anyway.
Yes, I suppose.
She's had her puppy stolen. I think I might have known who'd
Again?
done that.
Oh, do you? Do you?
Sounds like the kind of thing my third cousin second removed might have done. Anyway, hang on. Meet me at the entrance to the ghost levels at 1100 hours. I'll bring his favourite treats. Please help. They've actually said lol Aubrey. I think that might have been a typo from Aubrey. I think she might have meant to put love Aubrey.
Make a what would this be? Make a sense motive check for me, Snick.
Sense the motive.
I think that I don't know yet. I think that's the right one. I think that's the right sense the motive of lol.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sense Aubrey's lol motive.
My first roll of the campaign, and it's a nat 1, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you need to go on.
She was clearly laughing when she wrote the email.
She sounds pretty happy that she's lost her puppy.
Well, it's just typical of her, isn't it? It's completely unpredictable. I don't know why we still do business over. We should strive for a higher class of client. I'm making a decision now, Snicked. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it, and that's final. Where are my shoes?
Sorry, the shoes are here. I'm sort of, I won't chuck them for him to catch. He's obviously, a little unsteady on his feet.
Yeah, okay. I start putting them on as I do. But before we do completely rule it out, how much exactly was she thinking of paying?
Oh, hang on. My letters aren't too good. Didn't
those
say.
Are numbers. Those are numbers, Snicks. Can you? She didn't say.
Aubrey always pays you 100 credits for every job.
Well, if past form's anything to go by, probably about 10 tens, 100.
10 tens, 100. Snicked. I just. All right, fine. You know what? Do you know what her puppy looked like? And does your second cousin, once removed, do they have a line on these kind of puppies? So they're the sort of person who has lots of them?
Oh, I haven't spoken to them for a little while, but I can certainly find out.
Okay, well, maybe we can. Maybe it's one of the ones that they already have.
Maybe.
Should we just check?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. We'll see if we can get the original puppy or nearest replacement possible.
So it's about 1,000 hours currently. So you've got an hour until you have to meet Aubrey.
Oh, we have to meet her, do we? Oh God.
Wait, you stumbled home at 1,000. Sorry, 1,000 hours in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I did, and
No, not judgment, just an observation.
I think at about this point. Oh no, go ahead.
Just humour me for 1 second, will you? In the time that I've been away, which I calculate to be roughly 14 hours, what exactly have you achieved?
Well,
here?
I was on the brink of working out who was at the heart of the disappearance of Galarion, but the evidence has been destroyed. I can't. The next time I go to buy noodles, I will find out what he is up to. Oh, by the way, did you have those 7 credits I spotted you for the new phone? The new comm unit.
I do. So, yeah, when do you want them?
Can you make a bluff check for me, Corey, and I'll have a sense motive again, please, from
Sure.
Snicked.
What's my?
That's a 10.
Bluff. Wow, my bluff is fucking huge. Yeah, that's an 18.
Yeah, cool. He's got it somewhere. Definitely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Hey, look, why don't you go? Why don't you go just for a second, and I'll find it.
Oh, sure. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go outside and I'll see if I can call my relative about the puppy.
Yes, good idea, Snicks.
Right. So Snicked exits the room. Corey, what are you doing as Snicked exits your little detective agency?
I'm gonna pick my way through all the different stuff towards my bed, which is in the corner. And as I go there, you see that on the side of the wall is a window. Well, it looks like a window. It's a badly painted window looking out into a painting of space. And there you can see a ship. Mostly destroyed, like the kind of hull of a ship, and just penciled in across the hull of the ship, you see the name Galerian's hope. And Corey goes up, stands in front of the painting, goes, by Triu, one day we'll be reunited. And then topples into bed.
Lovely. Snick, as you head outside, what are you doing?
Okay, definitely muttering to self immediately as soon as no one else is. Okay, maybe it's the elves. Okay, yeah, fine. I'm going to see if I can call up my. I really should have written down what this relationship was. Third cousin twice removed.
I didn't write it down either, so yeah, let's say third cousin twice removed.
It's getting written down. This is canon.
I'm taking notes. I'm a real tabletop role.
I'm a real RPG player. And what's your third cousin twice removed's name?
Bob.
Bob. Great, good. Go for it.
I don't have a lot of familiarity with your Soki names yet. Okay.
I'm in the world.
Bob's a common one, I would say. You've got at least 3 cousin Bobs.
Yeah, half the rats on the station are called Bob.
Yeah. Canon.
Okay, pick up. Oh,
hello.
Bob, is that you? It's Snicked.
Hi, Snicked. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Look.
Quite early.
Is it? I look up at the sky and I see piping because we're inside a space station.
Yeah, you're down the spine.
Is it? Oh, anyway. Sorry for interrupting. I just wanted to know, you still doing that line on puppies?
Oh no, puppies is old news. We do baby dragons now.
Baby dragons?
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
They might be lizards.
There might be lizards.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but they look like dragons. Some people believe they are.
They're not lizard people, are they?
I don't know, they're lizards, Snicked. What do you mean?
They're not like, the lizard people.
What, the Vesk? No, they're not.
No, not the Vesk.
They're much bigger.
The lizard people. The people the size of lizards that look like lizards.
What, tiny little people that look like lizards?
Yeah, the ones that run everything.
All right, Snicked, have you been drinking again? Because
no. Anyway, not important. Not important. Maybe you got dragons. Maybe you don't. Maybe they're just lizards. Okay.
Yeah, no, sorry, puppies are old news. They're
I'm chasing up about an old woman who's had her puppy stolen. Don't suppose you heard about any stolen puppies from any of the fam?
No, afraid not. Nothing recently.
Oh, drat. Anyway, I'll let you get back to the dragons. Cheers then, Bob.
Cheers. Speak soon, Snicked. Bye.
Bye.
As you hang up, you see a sort of a hover taxi appear, and Thaliana gets off with your little card, holding a little card that has a little address of eyes shut. God damn it, on it. It's going to happen every time.
Completely different. Where's the robot?
Also here.
Also there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a tiny bike with a huge robot, like Big Hero 6.
Hover bike holds out a little pad for you to tap your credit stick on.
All right. And how much is that?
2 credits.
All right.
Thank you. Zooms off. Looks like it's getting out of the spike as quickly
Snick's
as possible.
eyes immediately ping at credit stick, and then kind of melts into the shadows of the alleyway.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Nicked. Be good
and I'll
for
take
anything.
perception from you, Thaliana.
Oh my gosh.
Your first roll.
This is my first roll.
That's a 19.
Oh, he's sneaky.
16. None.
Well, you don't see it, but you do see the sign for eyes shut with a 16.
Yeah, she's very much looking down at the card and then looking up with a big beaming face at this.
Painted over. It's in an alley. It's very much. There's a few dustbins and.
Wow. And she's gonna take a breath and then pause and confidently go up to the door and.
She walks straight past you, Snicked. She hasn't seen you.
Is there a buzzer?
There's no buzzer. No.
And she's gonna knock on the door.
What? I burst out of bed. Straighten my kit, brush my hair, put on my best pilot smile, and walk to the door. I open it.
She's about to knock again, I think. Oh, hi. Is this the Eyes Shut Detective Agency?
It absolutely is, I say, trying to push some of all the crap out of the way with my foot while I'm doing it.
Thaliana, there is a bottle on the floor that's just sort of seeping this weird, like, purple liquid that you can just see.
Oh, your bottle fell over.
Yes, that is mine. You know what? We're actually having some decorations done at the moment. Maybe can I take this meeting outside? I'm going to take this meeting outside. Just excuse me. And I'll just close the door behind me, and we're standing in the corridor.
In the alley.
In the alley.
In the corridor. This isn't a corridor.
Well, there's a ceiling to it, so I guess that kind of is, because you're on a floor, but there's buildings, and then the buildings have roofs, and then there's the floor above. So, yeah.
You know, I actually come from a planet where we had alleys, but this is a corridor. Anyway, how can I help you?
Well, hi. It's just, thank you so much. I was just wondering if you happen to be accepting new clients at the moment.
You know, let me just check.
Thank you.
And I'll just squeeze my way back into the door.
Snake, you can hear all of this exchange.
And I'm gonna stand on the other side of the door. I'm just gonna count slowly to 10.
That's too far.
And I open the door, come back out, trying to block like her from seeing what's in it. Come back. So, yeah. Well, I just asked our secretary, and absolutely, I think we do have a space. So, tell me, what brings you here to us?
Oh my gosh, that's great news. Thank you so much. I've come a long way, and I don't even know if it's anything, to be honest, but I just thought I just couldn't sort it out back home. And I just thought someone's going to want to know about this. Someone's going to want to investigate because it could be real important. And I heard so much about, well, Absalom detective agencies in general, of which this, I'm sure, is a great one. And
was it the sign?
It's a lovely sign.
It is a lovely
great.
sign. We focus group that a lot.
It came out real good.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Maybe tell my partner that when you see him. Anyway, yes, sorry, go on.
Okay. Sorry, I just forgot. Is there someone here called Corey?
Yes. It's yes. How can I help?
Well, I have a message for Corey. It's not part of the case. It's just separate, but I don't want to forget because I spoke to a lovely person. And what?
No, please, a separate message for Corey, unrelated to this case.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. Can we park that for just 1 second, and then
right, okay.
Absolutely we'll come back to it.
Okay.
But the case.
Right. Okay. So, is this a safe place to explain everything? I can tell you a summary. I can tell you in detail.
I look left. I look right. I take her very slightly to the left.
Make a perception check while you look left.
Well, that's a 7.
Cool. You don't see Snicked for a start. And it's completely dead in the alley. There's definitely no one else here.
Okay,
the corridor, sorry.
We're going left. Oh, right.
Ever so slightly to the left. I lean in a little bit. It's safe to talk.
Okay. Well, I come from Triaxis, obviously, and specifically Grenlock, and I don't know if you know Creswell Organic Farm. You probably don't, but we're quite big there, and we provide produce for. Well, it was Lacuna Beach. It's not Lacuna Beach now. Now it's what is it? It's Abundance now. I always forget the name change. And I was there the other day at Abundance. Abundance is the spa. Do you know Abundance? Or did you know Lacuna Beach when it was Lacuna Beach?
I'm very well traveled.
Right. Okay.
Actually, so make a culture check for me, please, Corey.
17.
You've never heard of it.
What?
Oh.
Please go on.
Right. So, I was going there the other day, right? Fruby and I, this is Fruby. Oh, my name's Thaliana. I'm so sorry. I didn't even introduce myself. Hi, it's so nice to meet you. And thank you so much for taking on my case.
Fruby.
This is Fruby.
Fruby.
Charmed, Fruby. Thaliana.
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay. So I was going there to Abundance, right? And as I was coming up to it, we were taking like mostly fruit, actually, in this instance. And as I was coming up, there was like a lady, like an elf lady. Was she an elf?
No.
And she were wearing all the stuff that the visitors wear. You know, the spa clients, when they're all in their white robes and it says like abundance on it. And she was wearing that, but outside. She waits for a reaction.
No.
Yeah, I know. She must have been freezing half to death. I couldn't understand it. But that wasn't the strangest thing. The second strange thing that was there...
I'm just going to pause you. Are you trained in physical science at all, Corey?
No.
Okay, don't worry.
Ah.
Do I understand the concept of cold? Is that like...
It's just knowing the ins and outs of Triaxis. Starfinder has a cool thing where if you're not trained in a skill, you're not really meant to make checks on it. It's quite cool.
You know nothing.
I quite like it.
Oh,
Awesome.
dear.
Ignorance is literally bliss.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the other thing was her face, in fact, all of her was sort of smudged.
I'm sorry, I don't... Did I hear you correctly?
Like smudged.
A smudged face.
And body, just in general. It was all sort of wrong. It didn't look right at all. And then...
oh, sorry. Fate Weaver, may I roll... Have I ever heard of smudging as a thing that happens to people?
Are you trained in life science?
I am not.
I don't know exactly what you're meant to do with this, but I'm gonna say, I don't know if this is how it works in Starfinder. Don't at me. You can roll life science with disadvantage to see if you've ever heard of anything.
Can I roll a culture to check it? Can I roll a culture check to see if I've heard it in the annals of...
Okay,
So I'm not trying to understand why it happens, just if I've heard of it.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you do culture.
All right. All right. That's a 20. Not now.
Ooh, so close.
No, wait.
You've never heard of it.
Balls.
Do you want to know?
That's weird. That's weird. Like smudged faces. Like other than weird photo not shop photo.
Abadar photo alteration software.
Abadar
Abadar's photo alteration software.
Abadar photo alteration software or
Abadar Acrobat.
Abadar Acrobat. You've seen people smudge images on that. They use it to blur out skin and make it look smoother and for pictures and stuff.
Be like if you got the little tool and you were like pushing and stretching and blurring everything away.
Yeah. Yes, I do know. As like the paint can on.
Not the paint can one. No, that's Phil.
No, that's the tippy paint can. I mean the spray. I mean the spray can. I'm sorry. It's been a long working night. Please
Gosh.
do go on.
Well, you want to know the third weird thing?
I've never wanted anything more in my life, Alania.
Oh. Well, she disappeared.
What?
She just up and vanished. And it didn't look like no transporter nor nothing like that. She was just gone. She touched me and then she was gone.
Just like the planet Galarian. The elves did it there too. I knew it.
A rat appears. A ratman. A Yosoki.
Oh, gosh.
Did you
Hello?
ask the elf about the planet?
I didn't have time to ask her anything.
She just vanished.
Yeah. And there was like a rush of wind.
Walks away, takes out a... He doesn't smoke, but like Snick definitely just has cigarettes in his pocket. God, drat! Cigarette comes out, puts in the mouth, doesn't smoke it. Another lead lost.
I think you turn back and you see that Corey is now smoking a cigarette as well. I don't know how it's happened,
Actually
but
smoking. Yeah.
yeah, like
You hear a little fan kick in to remove the smoke from the alleyway.
my partner, Snicked. He's a genius in many ways.
Wow.
Yes. Well, how fascinating. So tell me, this case, You presumably have come here. You've traveled here. You're independently. You can pay.
Well, so the thing is, the problem is that I tried to talk to the folks at Abundance about it, but I don't know. They were very stressed out about things, and they didn't really seem to want to help, or possibly they were investigating it, but they didn't want to tell me nothing about it, and they kept telling me to go, and that I shouldn't come around there no more. And I was like, well, I can't just forget about that lady who disappeared. Like, what happened to her? She might not be all right. She might need help. But my folks and all said, well, they're our like a main client. Like, we can't annoy them, or they might not want to buy our stuff anymore, and we'd be in real trouble. And I don't want to annoy anyone. I just want to make sure that someone's looking into it, and that everything's going to be okay, and that poor lady's okay,
I know exactly what you mean. For this kind of industrial corporate job, for this kind of industrial corporate work, I would say that we are very happy to take you on as clients. Our rates we're looking at between 60 a day, and then obviously plus expenses. That brings it around 100 a day. And of course, it being a long-term project, we'd probably want a retainer, and that will probably bring us over the next few cycles, I would have thought. And yes, we're very, very happy to take on the gig, and I believe we can sign soon. Yes. We're interested.
Well, the thing is, I heard, I just came over from Triaxis because I couldn't speak to anyone there, but I'd heard that some of the top detective agencies here on Absalom maybe did some pro bono work.
You see Corey's face fall.
Corey, make a piloting check.
What?
Oh, I know where this is going.
My entire life for this. I really do as well. 25.
25. She just said she came from Triaxis. The drift has been pretty much broken for a year. If she's just arrived, she either had the most dangerous journey you can imagine that probably took her months to get here from Triaxis, or she's lying.
Coincidence? I think not.
But if she has been in the drift in the last year, this is a very interesting person.
You mean as if so either
the drift is broken, and anyone who's going into the drift, it is like a gamble as to whether they'll even come back ever, or whether they die, or they get spat out in a random part of the universe. The drift is in chaos right now. So the fact she's so nonchalant about the fact that she just travelled here from Triaxis is a bit strange.
So either she's travelled through the drift safely and arrived at her destination, which is not possible because the drift is broken.
Correct.
Or she's lying about having come from Triaxis.
Yeah, or she's been on a years-long voyage from Triaxis by sort of regular starship means.
Because this
I
is
do
all
have a little money.
Just to peek behind the curtain a bit, this is all taking place in the same solar system, correct?
Yes, the Pact Worlds is one solar system, otherwise known as the Galarian system.
Galarian doesn't even exist.
But yes, Triaxis is the seventh sort of planetary body from the sun, I think. Whereas Absalom sits in the old orbit of Galarion and is the third from the sun.
Eighth. But then also there's like a spaceship and an asteroid belt that count.
Yeah, that's why I said planetary object, because there's some weird stuff going on.
She said the things the right way.
The spaceship, by the way, is like a planet-sized spaceship with one race on. So cool. Anyway, go on, Simon.
Is it
the opportunity?
The Idari?
It is the Idari. Very good.
Points for Simon.
Simon's been doing his law homework.
I have been insufferable.
It's true. And then we were like, do you know how to run the mechanics of the game? And he went, oh no, I didn't look into that.
No. I'm a theoretical TTRPG player, not a practical experimentalist.
We just do the law here. Who needs the actual mechanics?
I posit, yeah. Okay, that sort of ticks over into Corey's head, you see for a second the light of actual interest sparkle for a second in his eye. And then he quickly covers it up. So, you just came from Triaxis, correct?
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing only happened maybe a few weeks ago. I was waiting to hear from them, and then they had to go on a business trip, which maybe it was connected because they ran off in a hurry, Brian, he said. And I just thought, well, I had to, finish up some of the work on the farm, and I got to be back in time for the next harvest. So I wasn't going to stay long, but I just thought if I could come over here, I could find someone to help. I got some credits, but it's nothing like what you're talking about.
And so can I? Is he lying?
Sense motive. Go for it.
14.
Yeah, I'll say with a 14. She's telling the truth. She at least she believes what she's saying.
And the trip, that was bumpy?
I mean, not particularly. It was pretty cool, actually, looking out the window. It took a little while, but
What did you see looking out the window?
Oh, haven't you ever been in the drift before? It's all sort of swirly and... Oh, you said you were well-traveled, so I'm sure you've seen it.
You have been in the drift recently.
Well, yeah, I just got here.
Of course you have.
See,
So
it's like I told you, it's a hoax. The whole thing about the crisis is a hoax perpetrated by the Church of Triune. They're trying to keep you out.
There's a
Snicked.
hoax?
Snicked. Can I just confer with my my partner for a second?
Oh, absolutely. Anything you can do to help, Mr. Snicked.
Ruby.
But they
Thank
got
you,
this,
Ruby.
Ruby.
Okay, I'm going to take Snicked aside for 1 second. Snicked. I imagine moving myself slightly to the right.
It's just a jump to the left.
Put your hands on my hips.
Yeah, Snicked. Listen to me. All right, are you listening?
I am.
Okay. Something's not right about that girl. She just said she came from the drift. Do you know what that means?
I do. And he opens his jacket, pulls out a concussion grenade.
Oh no.
Is that a concussion grenade?
Yeah, do you want one?
Immediately, quickly, before she sees.
Okay.
Not scare this girl. If she's been in the drift, do you know what? If she can get through the drift and she can make it work, do you know how much that's worth?
I think I do. He pulls out a smoke grenade.
Okay, keep that ready. I'm not saying it's a bad instinct, but just for a second, let's just keep talking. If we could show that the drift was functioning again, even in some small way, think about what that could do. Think about what that could do to the stewards, the pilots guild. They might let me back in the building. This is my ticket, Snicked. This is it.
Pulls out a knife, somewhat confused.
I just gently put the knife back in. Okay, all right.
Now, so you're saying we work with her?
I'm saying we need to find out more about what she can do, the ship she's come on, whatever it is that allowed her to get here in the drift and appear totally fine. I think she is fine. We need to understand that. Don't spook her. Don't scare her. Do not let her into the office until we've had time to clean. This is it, Snicked. We've arrived.
Okay, we've made it.
We've made it, Snicked.
Yes. Okay. Turn around and Yosoki grin.
I'm sort of imagining that the smoke grenade is starting to just surface in your
little bits of smoke coming out Snick's collar. And, it's just dripping a little bit.
Thelania.
Hi.
Normally we don't do this. but we would like to make an exception. We'll take the case.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I've never been off Triaxis before, and I just didn't know what folks were like. And you hear some strange things about the city and Absalom and all, and well, you folks everyone I've met here just seems lovely.
Don't suppose you've heard anything about a missing puppy, by the way.
I haven't, no.
Never mind.
As you say that, you hear another "budling," and you hear the computer get another email inside.
Oh, Corey, you keep talking. I'll go check that.
Absolutely. Now, Thalania,
Hi.
maybe we can go somewhere to talk through the details of the case in a little bit more detail, if you will. I know an excellent establishment, the Neon Glass, very nearby.
All right, sure. I'll tell you everything I remember. And you know what? I actually wrote a bunch of it down because they say that your memory's better right away. So right away, I went home and I wrote it all down.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Corey, can I have you for a moment?
Yes, Nick, what is it?
Look, we've got another message from Aubrey.
Aubrey is not our key concern.
Well, she
but
does.
Just tell me what it is.
But she's still laughing about losing the puppy. She's really looking forward to seeing us. We'll double fee if you can get Pluto back.
I can't believe I'm saying this. This is more important. Not the puppy thing. This girl.
You're sure I haven't replied to any of these.
Okay, look, if you can find a puppy in the next 30 minutes and you can get it to her, do it. But if you can't, I'll see you at the Neon Glass in an hour.
Leave it with me. And he jumps through a window.
What window? Are you in you're in the house? You're in the detective agency?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to say make a fortitude save to see if you can happily smash through this window without getting hurt. You need a 15.
On a saving throw, okay.
Yeah.
I got a synthetic 20.
There's almost a bit of glass that has just been repaired from the last time you did this. And you just sort of headbutt it out and then just sort of tumble out into the corridor. Thally, you see this.
Yes,
you see Sophie just suddenly appear out into the corridor.
On all fours, bounding.
And then suddenly a smoke just starts pouring out.
And then just a little trail of smoke, like a little mini red arrow running off down the corridor.
Yeah. Love it.
Let's follow Corey. What would you like to do?
Corey, I'd like to. So, Thalania, shall we go to the...
Hi.
Thalania, Thaliana, of course. Lovely name. Shall we adjourn to the Neon Glass?
Oh, yes, of course.
Come. And I would like to take her to the Neon Glass, which is nearby. Is that right?
It is. It's like one floor up, but pretty much one floor up and like one street along from where you are. And then you get there, and it's this lots of neon. The sign is a neon cocktail glass with neon glass written. And I haven't got the information on it, so what I'm going to say is we'll jump over to Snikt. Snikt, where are you going?
Oh, okay, right. So, is there... Well, of course, Snikt would know. Snikt would go straight to the nearest, slightly fancier residential area.
Okay. Still in the Spike?
Still in the
are you
Spike,
going...
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And...
Nothing's particularly fancy in the Spike?
No, but just the fancier... The kind
a few
of place,
floors up, yeah.
Kind of place where people would, walk their dogs.
Sure.
And I'm going to look for a dog that looks like it might be called Pluto.
Okay, how are you doing that?
Vibes.
You're just looking at dogs.
Looking at dogs. Will I call that one Pluto? No, that's a bomb.
Okay, so you see there's a few there's a couple walking with this big sort of almost English bulldog looking type. You see a family who have a little yellow lab running around, and all dogs are exactly the same as they are on Earth on Absalom Station. There you go.
Good dogs.
Make a what check is this one? I think...
It's animal handling, annoyingly.
Are you trained in life science?
God, no.
Here we go again.
No. Okay, great. In which case, I'm going to say you can make you know what, just make a vibe check. I'm just going to just roll a d20.
Yeah, come on, yeah.
Our favourite kind
100%
of
have
check
to make
here
a
at
vibe
the
check.
RPGeeks.
Yeah, for sure.
It's natural one.
They could all be called Pluto.
Ah!
Or none of them could be called Pluto. And you check your watch, it's currently 10:45.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh no.
Right. Are there any dog walkers who look particularly old and or slow?
I'm going to say with a nat 1, no. No, there aren't.
Hey, that was looking at the dogs, not at the owners.
Doesn't matter. You rolled a nat 1.
Also, I guess, hang on, we're on a space station. Where do people walk their dogs on a space station? Is there a DS9 like promenade?
In the Spike, it's just up and down streets.
Okay.
This is like the suburbs of the Spike.
Yeah. Okay. What is the nearest dog to me?
There is the English bulldog with the human couple walking along with it.
And how athletic do the human couple look?
Pretty damn athletic.
Okay. Maybe not that one then. Can I... Hang on, what? Does Nick actually have anything useful for... No, oh, definitely not that.
Also, make a perception check for me. That's probably what you should have rolled for the dogs anyway.
Sure.
Perception.
That is just straight.
Mm-hmm.
That is
He wanted to roll
10.
vibes, to be fair.
What was that, sorry?
10.
10. Okay.
Nothing?
No.
No? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to miss something.
No, you wouldn't want to miss anything. That would be bad.
Okay. The Golden Lab.
Yep.
Was that a family dog?
Yep.
With like family with children?
Yep.
With everything? Yep.
Yeah, little shunters, little babies with little antennas. Two kids. One's in a pram. One's just toddling along.
Oh, this is the downside to playing this kind of character, isn't it?
You don't have to do it, but it's
He does.
Do I though? Do I have a choice here?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Snicked is going to sneak up, grab the pram.
Roll a stealth check.
Okay.
The pram.
Yep.
Roll a stealth check.
Oh, that's a 12 on the stealth.
Okay, you're not seen. Actually, I'm going to roll 2 because there's 2 of them. Okay, you're still not seen. I can't roll. Good.
And
Okay.
push it as hard as Snicked can down the street.
Okay. How are you stealthing up to a pram in the middle of a street? Like,
just
what are you
sticking
doing
to the,
to be
sticking
stealthy?
to the side, like, you know, going from dustbin to dustbin. I assume there's some kind of, municipal services on.
Okay,
Absalom.
so they don't see you until you push the pram.
Yeah.
At which point the family scream. The dad runs after this pram and sort of grabs it, and in the process the dog runs with him, which is on a lead. And
It's always with the dad.
and you also see a security bot suddenly round the corner and go, what was I looking for? Crime spotted, and it starts slowly floating over towards you.
It's infinity.
Oh yeah, it literally is infinity. Oh, not again. That never seems to work. Right. This time actually takes out the smoke grenade, pulls the pin.
Okay. What's the rules of the smoke grenade?
I don't know. I hoped you'd know.
No, if you want things, you have to know how they work. I have to know how everything else works.
Let me
I'll
just
Google
control F.
This is how we use our smoke grenade.
Okay.
I could get
This is
more.
a cloud of each character in Hell
Important,
Smoke must
darling.
seed or spend the round choking and coughing. Okay, so they're all going to make fortitude saves as a you. You want 1 + 1. You want DC 15.
On a
Okay,
fortitude
both
save.
the parents are fine. I'm not making the children roll. They're low enough to the ground and they're fine.
I'm fine.
Okay, great. So, okay, you are in a big cloud of smoke.
Take off. Immediately run.
Okay, cool. Make a stealth check with disadvantage because you're running. I don't know if disadvantage is a thing in Starfinder. Don't at me if it is.
Oh no, I don't know either.
Okay, it's fine. The security robot is crap. And you dart off and you're down and you're out. Your smoke grenade has been used. I don't know if you can
see
use it
any
once.
cats along the way?
Roll a vibe check.
That's a 12.
There is a cat. Yeah, a little black cat. You grab the cat and you head off with this little cat. It's got a little jingly bell on it.
Yay!
Okay, I think I'm going to call a break there, and we will come back in a minute with Thali and Corey heading to the Neon Glass, and Snikt running off with a cat. Episode 1, first half, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. All right, we will see you in a few minutes. Bye.
Bye.
So, where were we? Snikt had run off and stolen a cat in an attempt to solve a mystery of a missing puppy.
Remarkably well. It could have gone a lot worse,
It's gone
to be honest.
excellent. It could have gone a lot worse. Well done for buying those smoke grenades with your starting money.
The blue code debacle.
And at the same time, Thaliana has arrived on Absalom Station and has been swept up by Eyes Shut, and Corey is taking her to his favourite bar, or one of his favourite bars, I should probably say, the Neon Glass, to chat about the new mission they've just taken on. And so, yeah, we'll say you arrive at the Neon Glass, you see this beautiful neon sign outside. As you go in, everything in there is brightly lit, and they're serving their brunch menu currently. So you can see a skittermander, which are these sort of small pink fluffy creatures with 6 arms, and it's holding 6 trays, all with different mimosas, prosecco, various breakfast cocktails tottering around.
I've always thought that mimosa should be a small furry pink animal, like a muppet. Mimosa sounds like.
You know what? I haven't named the skittermander either, so we're going to name the skittermander Mimosa.
Yay!
That's a cute name for it.
As the skittermander skitters past, I will just remove a mimosa and start drinking.
Wonderful.
As we sit down.
Greetings, Mr. Vanderleer. Lovely to see you again.
Good to see you, mimosa. Mimosas.
Excuse me, miss, would you like a mimosa?
Oh, yes, please. Thank you so much.
Or Prosecco, or we have a Bloody Mary, or we have variety of tomato juices with vodka, which I think is the same thing.
I'll take that, the mimosa. I don't know what it is,
Mimosa,
but I'll have one. Thank you.
Fun fact, also my name.
Oh, it's so pleased to meet you, Mimosa.
So pleased to meet you, miss.
Oh,
Right.
Thaliana.
Thaliana, lovely to meet you. Are you Corey's new girlfriend?
No, thanks, mimosa.
Okay,
Lovely.
cool. Right.
She's so funny.
I'll go back to the bar.
She's such a wicked sense of humour. Come.
Is your name Corey?
Yes.
Because I had a message for you.
Oh, yes.
I could call you Mr. Vanderleer if you prefer, of course.
You could call me Second Lieutenant Vanderleer, actually, but, let's not dwell on it. No, of course, you have a message for me. I need to learn more about this mysterious, smudged-faced woman. Come, let's sit. Let's drink. Let's talk. I think you could see that his hand is shaking a little bit as he's holding the mimosa, and as it sits down, like drinking it quite fast.
So the glasses are sort of a regular Prosecco glass, but they have a little ring at the bottom. And the way it works is you take what you want, and then as you leave, you cash in the rings and you pay for what you drank.
Oh. Is Fruby okay in here?
Fruby.
Yes, they let everyone in here. So please.
Fruby just sort of stands next to the table. It's got a bit of an American diner vibe with the seats and sort of like shiny metal tables.
I love it.
This lady that you saw. First of all, I think I need to know. Obviously, I know a lot about a Baruna? Abunda? What was it? I've got it written down, but I can't read my own writing.
I don't even know what you're going for.
You know what?
At this point.
I know what you're going for, mate. make a culture check to see if you remember. I don't know if that's quite the right check.
I'm going for a Buddha. I can't read my mental handwriting here.
Just a general memory check, but we'll go with culture.
I'm going to totally
18.
use that.
18. Abundance was the name of the spy.
But I can't remember something. That's totally what I'm going to say. I can't remember my mental handwriting.
Abunda.
McCoides, Tricorums.
What a film! Bed knobs and broomsticks. I've seen that one.
What's that got to do with my knob? Best line.
What's that got to do with my knob? Oh, it's so good. If you haven't seen Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, just Google the YouTube clip of what's that got to do with my knob.
RSVP,
it is
Angela Lansbury.
perfect. Oh no, don't sad. Draguna, McCoides, Tricorum, Satus D.
So,
Substitution.
Scene! We're doing a scene!
Copyright.
Oh yeah, that too.
tell me. Obviously, it might have been a little while since I was on Triaxis. Tell me about abundance.
Well, it's a high sort of luxury kind of place where you can go and get all sorts of a sort of virtual reality type experiences. Like when it was Lacuna Beach, then I think it was a lot of beach themed experiences. That was that was back when it was owned by Ms. Rennell before she sold it. I don't know where she is. Put that in your mystery about like where's Ms. Rennell gone, because that could be part of it. I don't know.
How recently did they sell?
About a year or so ago.
It's been about a year. From your point.
Can I just get that name again for my notes? Sorry, who's gone missing?
Rennell.
Ms. Rennell.
Ms. Rennell.
Ms. Rennell, about a year ago.
Rinelle.
Yeah.
About a year ago.
So she sold. Thali said she sold it about a year ago.
And go on. Tell me more about abundance.
Well, now it's all sort of more about holistic health type things, and they only want organic now. Everything has to be organic, so we don't use no pesticides or even not what they would call fertilizers. You got to get the branding right, so that's why we got robots for everything pretty much. Like Fruby's a whiz at pest control, I can tell you.
Fruby.
Anything gets into one of them greenhouses, and like,
Fruby.
No,
Is Fruby
it's all right. There's nothing here.
Fruby is coming. Just to double check, Fruby's not a Pokemon.
Fruby. I have designed Fruby to literally be a Pokemon and only say Fruby.
Just a Snorlax, basically, in my head.
Fruby.
And so when you... And let me just check, on a slight side note, slight tangent, but everything is important, obviously. We really do need to get a whole overview of the
Anything
case.
could be a clue.
Anything could be a clue, exactly. You're a natural. How often have you travelled in the drift before?
Well, never, because I ain't never left Triaxis before.
This is your first... what were you doing? I just need to build up a fully rounded picture. What were you doing about a year ago?
A year ago? Well, I was working. I've been working on the farm for years now. We were building some new fencing about a year ago. There was a big project at the farm. Do you mean at the farm, or I don't know what you mean?
It's simply it's textual. That's all I'm looking for. I'm really looking to build up a scene. Yes,
Right.
it's textual. And who did you fly with to get here?
Oh, well, they was coming this way anyway, carrying various things. There was may I make something up?
You may. Yes, we have not gone
There
into it.
was a very nice lady called Captain Shirley, and I paid for a ticket.
Very good, excellent. I checked my watch. How have we reached our appointment time with Smith?
It's 11 o'clock now. Yeah, it's 1100 hours.
Okay, I just checked the door. Do I see anything?
No, but you weren't expecting him for another 15 minutes or so you're probably okay.
Okay.
And at that point, we'll cut over to Snip. Snick, you are running down the corridors, alleyways, whatever you want to call them, clutching a cat who, yes, is absolutely attacking your face and just sort of trying to scratch at you. But I'll say you are holding it tight enough. But cats don't tend to like little rat men.
The tables are turned!
Where are you heading to?
Hang on, where was to the message. I did not read that part of the message to begin with.
You did not read the message out to everyone when you got it.
Well, I didn't read it.
Simon paraphrased the message.
Yeah, and what happens when we paraphrase? You make a para out of you and me. Wait, no. Meet me at the entrance to the ghost levels at 1100.
You did read that
would
bit
have
out.
been more relevant.
You 100% read that out because I knew that. Like, I wrote that down in my notes.
Aha! Proof!
It might be
It's all
written
a
in my notes, to be
conspiracy.
fair.
Yeah. This whole thing is a psyop on me. So I'm legging it towards the entrance to the ghost levels.
Cool. So I'll say you get in. There's various there's some have elevators, some have lifts. The spike is kind of a whatever goes. Some are just ladders that you have to climb down to.
Waiting in a lift
go
with
down.
this cat.
Like,
Please stop doing that.
and I'll say you arrive at sort of the entrance to the ghost levels, which is on a floor where it's majority sort of wreckages and like scrap yards and things like that. And there's a lot of Yosoki down there.
For the sake of introducing people to the system, do you want me to roll for the cat attacking me? To talk about stamina and HP.
Come back.
I don't, because I don't have any stats for cats.
Or do you just want to make? I more meant because there's a
That's
difference
for
between this and
cats.
D&D 5e, which we did
You know
last
what?
time.
Fine. I'm going to Google Starfinder cat and see feline common. Here we go.
Yeah.
Melee claws. Okay, so I'm going to roll to attack. Same, which is pretty similar to D&D. It got an 8, which would be your KAC. So
my
your kinetic
kinetic
ace.
armor class is 15.
15,
Boom.
so it absolutely does not hit your kinetic armor class.
But if it had gone through, then it would have taken off my stamina point, which are a separate system to my hit point.
Yeah, so every character has hit points, and then you have a layer of stamina points over the top. And obviously in D&D, we're going to be comparing everything to D&D a lot, because that's the system we've all mainly played with. You can kind of get your hit points back quite easily. In Starfinder, it's a lot harder. So once your stamina points are gone, then you go into your hit points. And that represents sort of an actual physical wound that has happened to you. And they're a lot harder to get back. I think in general, unless you have special abilities and things, you get 1 hit point back per long rest. So you really want to protect your hit points and only use the stamina points. And then you can spend resolve points, which you have, to get your stamina back and things like that.
And that's the last kind of points, because when I was introduced to the system,
Lots of
I was
points.
like, there's so many things in place of hit points. But yeah, I actually think I like this more.
Yeah, and 2 ACs, which is interesting. So you have kinetic AC, which is for getting scratched by a cat or punched in the face, or physical hitting damage of some form, or slashing damage. And then you have EAC, which is energy AC, and that's for things like spells and electricity and being zapped, which kind of makes sense. Some people with bigger armor, they're going to be able to stop a punch with their big armor, but maybe if they get zapped, the metallic armor is going to make they're not going to be as good at avoiding it.
And then there's the AC versus combat maneuvers, which
What?
there's another.
Simon?
It's on my sheet. It's on the character sheet.
I don't know what is that a operative thing?
I don't think so. It's just
No, it's an everybody thing.
AC versus combat maneuvers,
what
and
it's-
it's 8
that is what it
plus your
says.
kinetic armor.
It is. It's 8 plus your.
Yeah,
That
of
is
course
what
it
it
is.
is.
I knew that. Combat maneuvers. You can. Oh, that's okay. No, that's just weird combat things. That's like grappling and things like that.
Does the
okay,
cat have any combat
that's that
maneuvers?
kind of
I am grappling.
No.
it.
The cat
Presumably
doesn't,
grappling the entire time.
It's just claws. In fact, I'm going to let it roll another one to try and hit you again. That's a 23 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
But it's only doing 1d6 minus 4 slashing. It did get a 6 though, so it does 2 points.
So
2
1d6 minus. That's interesting, having a negative modifier.
Yeah, because it's a little kitty doing.
So
little
1d6
scratches.
minus 4. And
So
that was,
two stamina points.
Sorry, I am down to 5 stamina.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say that's the entire scratches you get for the entire journey.
As I'm on the way, can I keep an eye out to see if there's a dog that looks like it might be called Pluto?
No.
Absolutely not. No, you've had your full chance to do that.
Fair enough.
No, you can't. No, you've made your choice. You picked up a cat.
Fair enough.
I'm a kind fate weaver. Sorry, but you can't have multiple dog chances. Cool. So you arrive at where the entrance to the ghost levels is. It's this sort of, like I said, there's lots of scrap yards and sort of general wreckages. It's kind of the last level where people dump stuff. It's a bit of a tip, but in the middle there's a pillar with an elevator that takes you down into these sort of mysterious levels that haven't really been explored. There's a big sign on it sort of saying you are now entering the ghost levels. Danger, keep out, don't go through here, danger this way, please go away. that vibe. And you see standing outside the elevator a little gnome about 3 foot. She's very spindly. She looks old. You don't know how old Aubrey is, but you guess she's hundreds of years old. She's wearing loads of bright colours. She's got this like purple coat on, and it's got like almost paint splashes of like bright yellow, blue, red all over it. She's got these big green hoop earrings. But she herself is entirely grayscale. So her skin is grey, her hair is a dark grey, like verging on black, and she has this big pair of pink horn-rimmed glasses sort of perching on the edge of her nose. And she's just sort of standing there. She goes, oh, hello, Snicks, hi.
Aubrey, hi. I found Pluto.
That's a cat, Snicked.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure it's Pluto.
Oh, I don't think it's Pluto. I think I remember Pluto being a dog. Hang on. No, he wasn't a shapeshifter dog. I don't think so. I don't think that's right. I like the cat, though. I'll have the cat.
Oh, brilliant.
Thank you. What shall I call it? I'll call it Hades.
Hades. Excellent name.
Hades. You shall be the lord of the underworld.
Just keep an eye. Make sure it's...
I'm not going to pay you for bringing me a cat. You have to find my dog.
But in a way, is it not the same thing?
In what way?
Well, they're both very amiable companions, apparently. Plus, cats are less likely to be chipped by the government. And
has it scratched your face?
That's an unrelated cat-related incident.
Okay, interesting. You are a rat, I suppose. You'd probably hate him, wouldn't you, Hades?
Yeah. We didn't exactly get along, no.
No.
You sure you're not going to pay me?
Yes, 100%. Well, you can if you want to go find Pluto. We were just going for a little walk down in the ghost levels, as you do. And, this little jumped up, high and mighty little security robot came out and said, oh, you're in danger, we have to save you. Anyway, took the little dog away and put him in a cage, and I escaped. And then I called you.
Ah.
So would you mind going and getting him, and then I'll pay you?
So,
thank you for the cat, though. He's lovely.
So the dog is in the ghost levels.
Yes, just down there.
Just down there. Brilliant. Do you mind if I just step out for one moment?
Yes, where's Corey?
I will go and find out. That's an excellent question.
Yes, okay. I'll be here with my new friend. You don't want to keep him?
No.
He was for me. Okay, great.
And I'm on my comms unit.
Okay.
Cigarette is out. Corey, pick up. Corey, pick up. Bing bong bing.
That's about the time that you were thinking I'm underwear. Bing bong bing.
Okay, so I guess I feel the vibrations going on.
Yeah, you got a little buzz in the pocket. Yeah.
If you'll excuse me, this is just another client. Excuse me, just 1 second, and I'll go into one of the other booths. What is it? Where are you,
Corey? Right. I'm down by the ghost levels. Turns out Pluto the dog's just in the ghost levels.
What are you doing there? Is this another one of these stupid... I told you, you find the dog, you get it to Aubrey, you come back with the money.
Look, okay, I tried the next best thing to getting the dog to Aubrey, and it didn't work. I got here, and it turned out the dog's actually just in the ghost levels. So, I'm not going to lie, I can have a look, but I feel a lot better if you were to come with me.
Okay, Snicked.
I quite like the cat.
Oh, brilliant! That's wonderful. Are you sure you're not going to pay me?
Yes. But
she's not paying.
You could leave the dog, I guess. You could get it another time. I'll find someone else. You're very
no,
expensive these days.
There's no need to find a competitor. There's no need to find a competitor.
Don't let her find a competitor. Do not let her find a competitor. Good God, stick. You keep her there. Keep her right there. I'm coming right now.
I don't know why I've actually put I'm pretending I'm holding the phone.
Well, you could have an actual phone. It's fine.
I meant me as a person. I'm role playing, actually holding a phone just automatically.
Okay, Snick, stay there. Vamp, keep her there. Just keep smooth it over. All right, I trust you. Okay,
I'll give her sweet. All right, I'll see you soon. Right, ready? Okay. All right, bye. Love you. Oh. I did the thing.
Do you love Corey? Are you two together? I was hoping that would happen.
No,
I think you make an excellent little couple. He loves you so much.
that was an unrelated. Look,
I see the way he looks at you, Snick.
we have a very professional relationship. We're an excellent team, the two of us.
Those your soaky pheromones, people love them.
Oh, you don't believe in big pheromone, do you?
Well, it's just pheromones, isn't it?
No. There's nothing special. We just smell.
I just thought my lovely boys, they'd get together and be all happy. Because you live together. I'm not judging. I'm all for it.
Well, it's not so much we live together as we both sleep in the office. Like, not so much out of choice.
Right, I understand, yes. Are you going to get my dog?
I'm just waiting for some backup because, it's very dangerous down there in the ghost levels, and Corey's a specialist in this kind of thing.
Is he?
Yes,
I mean,
really, he's specialist at doing the sort of skullduggery and the fighting out in the void in a ship at the controls of said ship. But being in a corridor with a with a rifle, it's about the same thing, really.
Yes, I suppose it is. That makes perfect sense, actually.
This mimosa sure is good.
Oh my God, the scene's changed. Yes, Thalania. Thaliana, yes. It's very noisy in here, I know, I said that. Thaliana, I have to go, but would you like to come with me just for a second? I've got a quick detour, and then we can get right back and right on the case. We just got to go down a couple of levels, and we're just going to find an old lady's dog. We're very civic-minded here. It's another pro bono case, actually. We're very good
of
about
course. Well, to be honest, I haven't really gotten to see much of the station, so that sounds interesting.
Perfect. And I will usher her out and then run, basically, with her, assuming that Ruby can keep up.
Yeah. Boop, 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 boop.
Down towards the lower levels. I'm quite out of breath by the time that I get there. I'm not in good shape.
Now, the thing is, have you ever actually seen a bird?
No.
Snicked. They're not real. It's just the government ploy to make you think that,
I've never seen one, though, so they're not real.
No, the things that you see up in the sky, they're projection. People...
We don't have that. Oh,
Aubrey!
Corey! Hello! Lovely Corey!
Aubrey, lovely to see you.
How are you?
I am very well.
Oh!
Pluto.
Who's this?
Hi, my name's Thaliana. This is Fruby.
Hello?
Yes, Thaliana's our new client.
You have another client?
We have many, yes.
Many?
But
you said I was your only client, Corey. You said I paid all the bills, and if it wasn't for me, you'd go broke. That's what you said. That's what you said when I saw you in the Click Clack Club. That's what you said. Why are we laughing?
It's such a joke. It's funny because
Like my cat.
Aubrey, we'll go and get Pluto right now.
Thanks.
So lovely to see you. We'll see you in a second.
Level -78.
I'm sorry?
-78. That's where he was when I saw him, when I ran away.
What level are we on at the moment, for context?
Oh, -2.
So when you said you were just ambling down...
Yes.
Right, I see.
Well, I like to do a different one each day. There's some strange stuff down there. This one was quite boring, apart from the fact they took my dog. It's rude.
Wait a second. Is this... Are there ghosts down there?
Oh, yes, I'm sure there are.
And vampires?
What's a vampire?
Well, I don't know, but Bryony says that she was watching some shows and they said that on Absalom Station it was full of ghosts and zombies and vampires and...
Oh, that sounds terrifying. I hope you don't meet any of them. You might die.
Really?
Yes.
They're all real. All of them. Never seen them, but I know they're real.
I assumed so.
It's
It was
just
on the
it's
TV.
it's just hearsay. It's hearsay. Nothing to worry about.
Are you going to get my dog?
Yes, absolutely, Aubrey.
Thank you.
Come on, let's go. And I will
I'll be
leave-
here with
strike out.
pages.
What, Second Lieutenant Vandalier, are you sure it's safe?
You can call me Corey. In this setting,
Oh.
yes,
Oh.
it's absolutely safe. We are trained professionals, obviously, being a detective agency, and I just maybe stay near the back and definitely keep up.
All right.
So you press the button, and the elevator doors open, and you head in, and there are more warning signs like "Don't do this. You're insane. You're going to die." And sort of people have scratched into the walls. But then there's a few SF for PQ and things on the and graffiti. Clearly, kids go down to the ghost levels to drink and party and things. And as the doors close, a little voice comes over the tannoy and says, "You are now entering the ghost levels. For your own safety, please leave or ensure you are traveling with qualified guides or adventurers. Thank you for using Abadar Core lifts." And then the elevator just drops and it goes very fast. And you have that thing where your stomach jumps halfway up your body. Why does that happen? I would like to know the science behind that. Does anyone know?
Well,
what is that feeling? It's not actually your stomach moving, right?
No, it's
it?
the feeling. It's the sensation of being close to zero gravity. Because when the elevator accelerates downwards, counteracting some of the accelerate. How physics is to get with this. You're basically accelerating downwards, which is what gravity does. So by doing it at part of the rate of gravity, you are negating some of that gravitational acceleration. So it's the same sensation you get when you go over a humpback bridge or the top of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But is it the feeling of your stomach acid not weighing down your stomach?
Oh, you mean biologically? Oh,
Sensationally,
yeah. Biologically, is your stomach actually going up? Because that's what it feels like. But I don't know. Basically, is it your inside shifting? I don't know.
The human body's just particularly good at detecting shifts in your gastrointestinal system.
Yeah, could be.
Evolutionary, I guess that would make sense.
Sorry. Anyway, back in. So the numbers go down. -50, -60, -70, -78, and the doors open. And you go into a circular room, and it's metal floor, metal walls, metal ceiling. It's filled with tubes and pipes. It's about 50 feet in diameter with this elevator shaft in the middle. And as you enter, a hatch on the floor in front of you opens, and a little drone rises up out of it, about 2 feet wide, with a big central blue eye, and the hatch closes beneath it, and says, "Greetings, you are in danger. Please follow me for protection." And then the hatch opens and the drone starts to sink down, and you can see there are stairs going down this little hatch.
Are they leading away from level 78?
Going down to what you assume would be level 79.
But we need to be on level 78.
That's where she lost the dog.
Okay. All right. Okay. Don't worry about that. It's just
Please do not resist.
Thing.
Follow me to level 79 for safety.
How bright is it in here?
I would say there's sort of a couple of strip lights on the walls, but it's not bright light, but so it's fairly faded. But it's not dark. You don't need to have dark vision or anything to see.
Do we see any evidence of dog or dog stealing activity?
A perception check. Everyone can do. Oh, wait, is there an investigation? No, there isn't an investigation. We'll just do. Did anyone take profession in as an investigator? I don't know. Just out of curiosity. No. Okay. Yeah. No. Let's just do a perception.
20, synthetic 20.
Nice.
21 for me.
Okay.
Synthetic 22.
It's not a competition.
Okay, so Snicks, you are shit. You see nothing, and no, you all looking around. You see in one corner of the room where there's a light. Sort of, you can see you all amazingly pick out these little puppy
We're
scratch
detectives.
marks on a pipe. And they look to be sort of like dragging, and with very good perception checks all around, they look like they're dragging towards the hatch.
We're gonna have to go down that.
The ghost levels are dangerous. I must protect biological life forms. Please follow me.
Oh, the little drone kidnapped the puppy?
You have been designated as biological. Please follow me to safety.
You have a puppy down there?
If you resist, I will protect you by force. And you see a little gun goes
Oh, it's an American
out of
drone.
it.
We should go down there.
You are in danger.
Yes, we should. That's
Please
what I was
follow
going
me
to
for
say.
protection.
I feel like
Yes.
taking orders from a drone.
I know how you feel, Snick, but this is important. We need to get this done.
10, 9,
Okay, we'll
Coming.
7. As you all move towards the stairs, it sort of happily goes down, and you go down into another circular room, a little bit smaller in diameter, and lining the walls are a number of cages which appear to be made of beams of light. They are all empty, apart from one, where a small little white puppy, little Alsatian white puppy, sits contentedly gnawing on a comically large bone-shaped bone that is about twice the size of him. Just like...
Okay.
Does that look like a Pluto to you?
Please
I lean
enter
towards
into
it.
the cages for your own safety.
No need.
And then you see 4 of the beams sort of drop and...
Oh, don't worry. There's no need. Don't need to be put us into a cage. Thank you, drone.
If you resist, I will protect you with force.
I think we've had. That's very kind. We thank you for your help, and we can take it from here. Thank you, drone. Off.
10, 9,
Off.
I knew I should have
8,
taken that shot grenade.
7, 6,
Hard off.
5. Everyone make another perception check for me.
That's a 14.
That's a nat 1.
Okay.
It's a 7.
How the turns
Okay.
are tabled.
Snicked. You do see in the centre of this room where the elevator shaft is, there is a little panel on the wall. It looks like a little sort of control panel.
Can I leap
4.
over to that?
3, you can.
Anything that's obviously an off button.
Do you have any kind of computer training? Do you need training? You do need training. Do you have computers?
I didn't put anything in.
Okay. I'm just talking. Have a little role play moment while I look up what happens if you're untrained in a skill, because I think you just can't
We've got to do this within about a 2 second
Over 4
window.
seconds.
Yeah,
Yes,
but just
exactly.
imagine. Okay, what's going on in Corey's head right now? There you go.
It's a mix up there, I gotta say. Like, there's a variety of things going down, but actually, like, the sort of key emotion is one of surprise and kind of grudging admiration for the way that Theliana has identified where to go and what we need to do. There's like a kind of, I thought this was supposed to be just a stupid client who we were trying to con, but no, it's not. She seems to have something more about her. Not con, but you know.
Okay, you can't. So you see this panel snicked, and it's a lot of buttons. But there is sort of, various. There's a little image of the drone in like a blueprint, kind of rotating on the panel.
Can I tap the blueprint?
You hit the screen successfully.
Not a touch screen.
4, 3.
I picked the
2.
I picked the red button. Every control panel has a red button.
Roll me another vibe / luck check. You need above an 18 on the dice.
11.
There is no big red button.
I start
There
pressing random buttons.
Great. Okay. Now, with that, roll me. I would be computers, but you don't. Oh, this is difficult.
Yeah, 'cause you can
Starfinder
interact
people,
with it.
because you can interact with it. But then, what do you roll if you're not meant to roll
Doesn't
that
it mean
skill?
you automatically fail? If you can't roll for it, that means you can't.
I think it does, but also mashing a panel could have an effect. Do you know what I mean? I don't.
Then make it
don't
luck,
know.
and then it's sort of
Yeah, make it okay.
it's
yeah,
a much higher difficulty
Yeah. Okay.
because you're not using any skill to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to say 18 again. Roll another luck.
Another vibes check. This, I presumably, is the last one I get.
This is the last one you get.
5.
Okay. 2, 1. Safety via force. And the gun comes out, and I need everyone to roll
no.
initiative.
There we go.
Yay!
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 Yay! Is this yay?
It's just exciting because we get proper combat.
All the
It rolled bad, so
So initiative is a bit weird
Okay.
in this.
not really. No. It's pretty much identical to pretty
You
much
get a
identical.
Nailed
Dex
it.
modifier, and there's also there's a miscellaneous modifier I get.
Yeah, but that's because you're an operative. That's like that's like D&D. You get like, extra little-
23.
Okay, Snicked 23. Anyone else?
That's
Above
20.
anyone above a 20?
Synthetic 20.
Valley. Synthetic 20.
Yeah, I know, right?
Corey.
You see Corey, his eyes go full, like whiteness seeps into his eyes, and you see as they kind of glow a kind of ghostly white, and then he's suddenly completely on point and looking around everywhere, and rolls a 26.
Whoa! And just for people watching at home who may not know Starfinder, what have you just done there?
What have I just done? I've tapped into my inner ability to understand and control paradoxes. And where one thing was possible, a dice roll would have happened in reality, I have somehow manipulated the strands of time to allow myself to change that instance in reality. And basically it just means that I get 2 of these every long rest, and I roll the dice beforehand, and whatever number that is, I get to use it for an initiative check, because that's part of what my character can do.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Or an ability check.
And so I will say, Snicked, you are by the control panel. And then the other, you've come down the hatch and the stairs, which are kind of on the side of this room. That's how the diameter shrunk. How far into the room would you say you two have gone?
I'm behind wherever Corey is.
Great, fine.
Yeah, we are literally just standing in front of the robot, shouting off at it. So
Great. So I'll say you're 10 feet from the robot, and then the dog is on the 90 degrees round in the circular room from where you are. Okay, and with the 26, Corey, you are absolutely first. What would you like to do? You've seen this gun come up, and it looks like it's charging up to fire.
okay, I'm going to whip out my gun, which I have slung over my back.
So that is a move action to ready and load your weapon.
Okay, no worries. I don't even want to move. He loads it. Probably a little flashier than he needed to, but it doesn't matter.
You know what? Roll me a not bluff. Yeah, I think it probably is bluff. Let's do bluff.
I'm not bluffing.
Or just charisma. Just roll me a straight charisma. Just a straight charisma check to see how cool it is.
Oh, it's a nat 20, baby!
Oh my god.
Ali, this guy, how cool. He must be the best detective / fighter ever. Okay, what else would you like to do?
For a millisecond, I look over the barrel just to check and lock eyes, and then look back down the sights. That's all part of it.
Very cool.
Yeah, okay, and then I'm gonna shoot this thing.
Go for it. Roll to hit. And is this
Okay.
energy or kinetic damage?
Oh my
Energy,
God.
surely.
I mean, it's a laser rifle, so it's
I
got to
assume
be.
it's
Surely
I
it's
assume
energy.
Yeah,
There's usually a letter next to the
yeah. They'll have an E.
I mean, the way that this is put out.
like where it says damage, it'd be like the dice. And then
Yeah, it will say E or B or.
Damage type F. Fire.
I think that's
That
still
is energy, I believe.
That's energy. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
Boom. All right. So I roll a d20.
Yeah. Yes. Same to hit. And then you should have a little what it is to hit, plus to hit.
Yes. And then his eyes go white again. Yes.
Did you get a nat 20? What's happening?
No, I did not get a nat
Oh,
20.
right.
My eyes go white again
'cause
because
you're
the
redoing
2
it
that I
again.
rolled becomes a 14, guys, plus some numbers. So that's
14 is the energy AC of the drone, so it definitely
plus 3.
hits.
So meh.
It definitely hits. It 3 points extra hits.
Yeah. All right. So now it's a D8.
Yeah, whatever it says on your thing.
2. God damn it.
2. Okay, you do 2 points of damage as this, and you say it's fire. Is it a ball of fire that comes out? Do we think, or a laser?
I just think it's like laser, but like laser does heat damage
Yeah, okay, great.
Right,
So you
are
see
we-
this like beam of red light sort of come and sort of just carve slightly into the drone, and it kind of
Are we
veers a little
playing
bit off
laser
course.
rules or phaser rule? Right.
Laser.
Is it?
Says laser.
So that just means we can't see
What's
it.
the difference, please?
Well, a laser is instantaneous, speed of light, and you can't see it. Just like there would just be, an energy transfer to the target.
Okay.
Whereas like
But
phaser
you can
is
see
like,
it on the target, right? You can see
Yeah.
it burn through a part of the target.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. You just see
That's
this red
cool.
dot appear and then sort of carve
Oh,
a little
no.
like line
Nice.
into
I don't know.
into. And would you like to use your swift action for anything? If you
I'm
can.
going to use my swift action just to look at Diana again.
You absolutely can do that. That's fine. And then up next, Snicked. You're by the control panel.
How big is the drone?
Like 2 feet diameter. All round.
No, Snick would absolutely just keep hammering at buttons.
You're going to keep hammering at buttons. You don't get another check, so I'm going to leave you hammering at buttons. And the drone, I'm going to roll for the drone and give it a, I'm going to say, fortitude save to see how it copes with the random inputs that you're
Sure,
putting
okay.
into
that,
the
yeah.
thing. And I'm going to give myself a DC of... Not high because you don't know what you're doing. I'm gonna give it a 10. Yeah. That is a 14, I'm afraid. So it sort of it wobbles a little bit, but carries on. I'll say that was your standard action. Do you want to move at all?
No, not really. I feel like he's going to be crouched down.
Snicked is jamming away at buttons. Thali, it might be quite important. He might be trying to get the dog out. You're not 100% sure. Thali, it's your turn.
Okay, so while that's been happening, and while Corey's been like looking at me while shooting really coolly, can I have been sort of butting in with like little snippets of conversation? So I'll just be like, excuse me, like, and then like, Corey, I don't want to, like everyone's going everywhere. I don't want to interfere with your process, but oh, yeah, if you would like me to have a go at turning the drone off, I don't know if that would help at all.
You can respond. I'll let all of that.
I'd like to point out the rulebook specifically says combat banter is allowed.
It does, yes.
That is
I
what
will-
it calls it.
However, you can't have combat battle that lasts for 30 seconds per round. But yes, this is fine. Go.
You could turn it off.
round.
Well, I'm sort of a roboticist, so I probably.
Oh my god, she's
Do
a
it!
robot.
Ruby.
So, I don't know whether to go for it directly. I think I'm gonna. Oh, that's dangerous. It's trying to shoot at us. But then it can shoot. It can shoot at me if I'm next to it versus if I'm at a control panel. Anyway, I'm gonna go right up to it and see if I can figure out any way in.
Okay.
Any way of disabling it.
Roll computers, which you are trained in.
Well, I was going to say, can I roll my profession?
Oh, yeah.
Which
Are you
is-
trained in your profession? Have you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can someone
Yeah.
explain
Yeah.
the
Being a
profession
roboticist.
system to me? 'Cause I-
Now that I look at it, I'm hiring computers, but it just that's why I
Profession-
chose this anyway. So.
I mean, you can pick computers anyway if you want, because this is very much a robot. Like that. I'm fine
but
with
I'm a
it.
roboticist, and it's my profession.
Maybe your profession is like farming robots.
True. That's true. Okay, I'll use my computer.
Go on,
It's
use
not
your
a computer. It's a robot. No, I've said it. It's
Do you
a
know
robot.
what? Okay,
It's
you
robots.
do what you
I'm doing
wanna-
it. I'm doing
yeah.
it. 21.
21. Okay, so what are you trying? Are you trying to turn it off? Are you trying to disable an arm? Like what's your what's your
I'm-
main aim?
Well, at this point, trying to see how I could disable it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
I want to turn it off. Disable.
So
it.
with a 26, you're sort of looking at it and you can see it's charging up to fire, but since you got
21.
closer, you can see that's actually powering down. But you realise that this is very much sort of remote controlled, and actually the best way to shut this down would be to go to the panel, and you can see Snicked working on that, and you work out that is definitely controlling this, and Snicked doesn't seem to know what he's doing with the 26.
Okay, so I've used my action to I've used my action and my movement to come and investigate it. So I'm just going to, as I sort of start to move towards the.
I'll let you do, because it wouldn't have been your full movement. I don't know if you're allowed to split your movement up, but we'll say you can split. I'll say you can get most of the way to the panel.
Start heading it. And I will say, Fruby, block. And Fruby's go is next. And Fruby will use their movement to start moving in between me and the drone.
Excellent. So is that giving Fruby a movement and an action, or no? This is just
no, because I already used my action. So
and what form is Fruby taking while Fruby?
I think while moving, Fruby's still, as you've seen previously,
got his
Fruby's
tripod.
still tottering on a little.
Can I just check with the tripod? Has he got 3 legs?
No, 4.
Oh, okay.
But they're telescopic.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Quadrupod.
Or quadruped.
Yeah. Quadruped.
Actually, because ped and pod both refer to feet, right?
Etymology
little feet on the end of his
It's a
little...
pod. Could a pod be a leg, maybe?
Okay, I will go and do some etymological googling.
So as I will also say, I'm actually going to give an attack of opportunity if you're moving away. I've just realised before Fruby gets in the middle.
Good point.
And
However, wait,
Oh.
where's my feet? I have a feat specifically
Okay.
for this. I took the mobility feat, so I get a +4 bonus to my AC against attacks of opportunity for movement.
okay, so it rolled a 17.
Oh, that's high. Which kind of?
This would be kinetic, yeah. So you get a +4.
My kinetic armor class is 14.
So
Plus
plus
4 is
4.
18.
So both of you watch as Thaliana suddenly seems to she's a big girl, but the minute this sort of bludgeoning arm comes out and tries to slam down on her, she just kind of does a cool little duck and weave away from it, and it completely just sort of it just makes her hair blow in the wind and her fur just looks very cool. Yes,
Miss Bates.
Yes.
So, pod and ped both refer to feet.
Yeah.
Ped comes from Latin. Pod comes from Greek. So it's which is why it's tetrapod, quadruped. But it really is tri in both cases. So it would be a triped or a tripod. But...
How very good. Well done, Simon. You get another gold star. He's collecting them at this point.
I'll put them on my blanket.
Excellent. So, and then with Fruby's go, Fruby then sort of intercepts and sort of stands in between you and the drone. And it is now the drone's turn. And looking over at the two of you by its control panel, it swivels round and suddenly it ejects, and this little bomb comes and hits the floor.
Oh no.
And it's going to release a sticky bomb grenade.
Not a sticky bomb.
No, not Dennis the Menace.
And so, oh no, where's the thing? I had it open.
I knew I should have
where's the
taken more
DC gone?
grenades.
Oh gosh, I had it. Oh no, someone help. Where is it gone? You definitely roll a save, and I can't find the number. I think it's 15. But okay, both of you roll reflex saves. And I'm just going to check. Oh wait, hang on. Plus the weapons item.
18.
The attackers. I'm just going to check. Okay, that definitely
Reflex
saves.
saving throw for half damage. Oh yes, that's right.
It's not damage. This one. This is just to get stickied. It's a DC 10. There it is. Sorry, it's literally right there on the thing. 15. So you see, and the floor sort of gets all sticky and tries to grab onto you, but you missed it. But then why does this have a? Sorry, this has a +9. So why is it got a +9?
Leave your comments
DC
explaining it right now.
10.
Don't wait for Grace to find it.
Sorry,
it's really important on YouTube.
Sorry,
Put
it's
in the
confused me.
comments.
I've confused me, and I literally learned about it earlier. They've definitely. Is it? Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. We're learning together, everybody.
I was just curious about the etymology of vexillology.
Were you?
I'm sorry, I have got that wrong. So I roll to hit you two, and then you roll saves to get out of it on your next turn, which I will say you've both now passed, even if you don't get hit. So I'm just going to roll to see if it hits. 19, does that hit your KAC? and 19 and a 20. Yeah, so you do both feel it like grab onto you, which just means for your next you're entangled for the next turn, at which point you would get out. And entangled is it impedes your movement but does not prevent you from moving. You move at half speed and you take a -2 to your AC. You take a -2 to your AC, attack rolls, reflex saving throws, initiative checks, and dexterity-based skill and ability checks. Good. So you still will both get out at the end of your next turn, but that's how that should have gone. Sorry, everyone. We're learning. Sticky bombs are fun. And then it's not... Actually, it is. It's going to move, and then it's going to move straight up into Corey's face and get right up close. And that brings us back round to Corey.
Oh, God. Do I get some sort of disadvantage at trying to shoot something at close range? Like...
I'm assuming yes.
No.
Get him, Corey! I believe in you!
Go. Have you got any ranged attacks? Ranged Starfinder in close
So
combat.
vexillology takes its name from the vexia, or vexillum.
What's a vexillology?
Vexillology is the study of flags. And
Okay.
Vexilla were literally little sails. Vellum means sail. So it was referring to their flags as being like little sails.
It's fine, apparently.
So yes, you're absolutely allowed to do it, but then I get an attack of opportunity on you because you're pulling a ranged weapon in close combat.
But it's already out, or does that...
No, it doesn't matter. Just by using a ranged weapon in close combat, that's the penalty, is that I get an attack of opportunity.
All right, so I might as well just run away from you anyway.
Yeah, yes, that is, yeah. You could run and then shoot, and then, yeah.
All right, that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run away from you.
As you run, the melee arm, it's the bonking arm, the bonk stick comes out and tries to...
The bonk stick! Bonk stick!
Oh, it rolled well. 19 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
And that is 7 points of bludgeoning, so 7 of your stamina. As it fully cracks Corey on the head. But then you sort of stumble away and you get far away from him.
So you had 6 stamina points, Corey.
What's the name of those headache pills? The Anabafflin
You just take
nothing!
7 points of damage.
Yeah, we've burned through the stamina straight out the gate.
That's not good. This is not good.
You're on to 8 hit points.
It's the right level for your... I checked.
Okay, I'm gonna run towards. I'm gonna run to.
I did roll well, to be fair.
Yeah, run towards Snikt and Thaliana, and I would try and sort of jink past Fruby, and turn in one fluid motion. But if obviously gets a bit wrong, because I'm feeling a bit wrong-ski now. I'm like, oh god, and to just like fire. Now I'm not even trying anymore. I'm just like,
dripping down his face in a dramatic way.
Oh yeah, there's
while
definitely
firing.
like a cool It's going over one eye, and you're squinting a little bit, but in general,
he's gonna
it's
get
quite
that
a cool
Action
little
Man scar.
Yeah, there's gonna be a cool scar there.
this isn't supposed to look cool. It's really painful. And then I'm gonna fire again.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
No.
Do it. Do it.
That is
Kill him, Corey!
12 plus 3 is 15.
That hits.
Yes.
Roll your damage.
More damage, please, this time. Unbelievable. That's 1 damage.
Oh no! You see a tiny little like red dot appears on the drone and just goes bzzz into it, and that brings us back round to Snikt. You for this turn you have half
movement speed,
movement and -2 to certain things, but you will escape it at the end. You'll get your feet out of the sticky.
For my swift action, can I scream? Get him, Snikt!
Yeah, absolutely. It's not even a swift action. You can do that just whenever you want.
How far away is the drone from me?
About 10-15 feet.
Because 15 feet would be half my movement.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can get up to the drone if you.
I'm wondering if I can, because as I understand it, control panel, me and Thaliana, Pokemon, and then the drone in a line.
Yeah.
Can I jump off the back of Fruby onto the drone and try to
How
grapple?
tall is Fruby?
Like with the telescopic legs extended, as tall as me, but not very steady
You
at
can.
that height.
I will say you can make an acrobatics check to try and jump off Ruby.
Right,
Yes, Dr. Simon. What would you like to add?
I have the trait Moxie, and I quote, when attempting an acrobatics check to tumble through the space of an opponent at least one category larger than myself, a Yosoki receives a +5 racial bonus. So can I claim that?
I will give you that. Yeah, I'll give you the +5 racial bonus for that. So go on, make your acrobatics check. Because Ruby is tall and you are small, so I will say
This is for +9.
He's not an opponent.
Oh, does it say opponent? Oh, I'm afraid you've been dobbed in.
It is an opponent.
Yeah.
The rules lawyers.
Why
come
does
to
my
the bench.
relationship to the thing matter?
Because the wording says so.
Okay, so that's a 16 without.
That's fine. I was going to make it a 15 anyway, so you're totally.
I just want to jump onto the drone and try to destabilize
onto the
it.
actual drone. Yeah. Okay. Great. So I'll say you successfully jump onto the drone, and I'm going to give the drone a reflex save, and that's going to be. Can you roll? You roll. How am I going to rule this? I like this idea a lot. I'm just going to make it a 15 for the drone to save. It got a 2 + 1, so
that's 3.
The drones. It is 3. Very good. You don't get gold star for that. The drone suddenly is completely off balance and is sort of swirling around, and you can see Snicked. And I will give it penalties to any attacks it tries to make for the next round until your next turn.
Corey!
Thali, it's your turn.
I'll take over here, Mr. Snicked.
Thank you!
Please stop resisting. I'm trying to protect you. The ghost levels are dangerous. Ow! 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 Stabilization. Wrong.
Somewhat reluctantly, because the drone's doing a great job, it's doing a great job. But she will see if she can just hit the pause button on that, and I'm going to roll computing.
Okay, do it. You need a 18.
Easy.
Confidence.
I rolled exactly an 18.
And as you, Thali, you're looking at this panel, and it's not quite the same as the ones back home. And for a minute, you're like, I'm not going to be able to do this. This is so different.
No.
This isn't a farming robot. I've never dealt with anything like this. And then suddenly you see the code going past with these blueprints, and you're like, oh, it's really obvious. I'll just hit the reset button.
It's a Unix program.
And, it's a standard Abadar Core drone, and you've got Abadar Core equipment on the farm.
We got it everywhere,
and
yeah.
it's the same thing. You have one that plows the fields, and you manage to you do proper hacker coding, and suddenly the blue eye sort of just turns down, and the drone drops to the floor with Snicked on top. Make a reflex save.
I was about to say, can I please get out of the way of this? Reflex save. Ooh.
You need a 15.
Good, that's good saving throw. That is a 16, huh?
You successfully do a little tuck and roll, and you don't.
Straighten.
How would you like to land on the drone, or would you like to land sort of?
I'm going to roll off of it, roll into standing, straighten up the suit.
Gymnast.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
And a bunch of knives just fall out.
And with that, you see that this drone has entirely powered down and looks to be rebooting. You can see a little where the eye is. It's sort of doing that thing where it's ticking round like a pie chart in green. So it's on 4%, if that, at the moment.
Nice job, Valiana.
Are you sure it's okay to turn it off? I mean, I guess someone put it down here for a reason, but we could turn it on before we go.
Oh yeah, let's turn it on before we go. Can we maybe get the dog out? Corey, are you all right?
Ow!
Oh my gosh, you're hurt. You're bleeding.
I am hurt, but don't worry. You get the dog. I'll deal with the bleeding. And while they're dealing with the dog, if that is indeed what they choose to do, I am going to cast.
What's he doing?
Spell.
Everybody!
I am going to cast Blessing of Youth. So I reach into myself, and obviously I access my gene pool of my special kind of youth genes. What do we call those things? Like the
Not the gene pool.
The telomeres.
No. Yes, thank you. Exactly right. My anti-telomeric, enzymatic. Yeah, why not? I'm going
Science,
with it.
bitches.
Science, innit?
Yeah,
Throw
you
the
guys
word
heard it.
quantum
We
in.
all
Just throw it in.
heard it. Yeah, and quantum compute my way towards some more stamina points. 1d8.
Stamina
1d8.
plus grants a +5 foot enhancement bonus to the target's land speed, so you become quicker
I'm
as well.
speedy. I'm a speedy boy
so
now.
literally
So I get
For
+5.
for 6 seconds.
Oh.
I run over to the dog cage and take the dog before they can get it.
You also think that WKD tastes amazing for 6 seconds.
So, yeah, got some work to do on that spell. Okay, yeah. So I got 5 stamina points back, which is good.
That's very good. So yeah, your stamina points come back. Your hit point is still gone, the one that you lost. And with that, so do you go over to the dog cage, or the little beams of light? You see the dog is. Ow, ow.
Let's see if I can turn that off.
Yeah, Dadiana, can you get rid of this?
It doesn't look like there's any buttons or anything on the wall to turn it off.
Oh, this is not the same panel.
Not the same panel.
Oh.
Oh, like, is it light bars all the way around?
It's just on the corners, just 4 light bars, and like a cube of light bars. It doesn't look like there's anything in between it.
Can I try and reach forward and touch it?
Oh, you absolutely can make a fortitude save.
Why are we letting the injured guy do this?
Yeah.
That ain't good. 3.
3 is not enough. As you reach in, you don't take any damage because you hit it and then you sort of fling back and you just get skidded across the rest of the, and the dog just sort of goes. And it just maybe it hit your head a little bit again, but you don't take any damage from it.
Yeah, definitely. You see Corey go, oh, I feel a lot better now, guys. Reach in.
Just gets thrown back across, and you see now he's done that. There's suddenly like a white sheen to it, and it almost looks like it's charging up a little bit.
That was very brave of you, Corey.
I think I'm going to run over to Corey on the ground. Are you all right?
Get the dog.
Oh gosh. I'm going to look around for any sort of any other control panel, any other.
Make a perception check.
Is there another room where
can I assist with that? Is there an advantage?
There is, and you can. If you want to assist, you roll first, and you have to beat a DC 10 on the check, I think, and then you give a +2 to whatever Thaliana rolls.
Oh, okay. Let's try that.
I think that's right. It might be slightly different numbers, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, I rolled a 14.
Okay, so Thaliana, you get a +2 from Snicked helping.
That's a 12.
12 is exactly what.
Oh wait, no, it's not a 12. Sorry, it's not a 12. It's not.
Is it less than a 12?
It's way less than a 12. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No, you don't. You see nothing.
Sorry, perception. No, that's a freaking.
What I would say is
7.
this could be a time to do one of the take 10, take 20 if you wanted to.
But what does that mean, Bates?
Oh, why would you make me explain it? Would you not like to explain it, everybody?
You're the Fate Weaver.
Yes, I am. Okay, so take 10. When your character is not in immediate danger or distracted, you can choose to take 10 on a roll. So instead of rolling a d20, you calculate your result as if you rolled the 10 on the dice. It basically makes them automatically successful for like quite a simple task, and it doesn't actually say how long. Taking 10, blah blah blah. In most cases, taking 10 is purely a safety measure, and it doesn't take any extra time. But taking 20, it means the idea is if you are completely out of danger and you have time, you can do the task enough times that eventually you would roll a natural 20. And so it takes, I think it's 2 minutes for a skill check. And the idea is that then you've got a natural 20, so you can do whatever. If the thing is doable, you can just do it. I will say if you want to take 20, the drone will get to about 56%.
Corey sounded quite urgent.
Mm-hmm.
So I will take 10, making that a 13.
Great. And as you look behind the pup, looks like there's a little button on the wall behind the puppy.
Behind the cage.
In the
Outside of
cage.
In the cage.
On the wall.
When you're in the cage, you can press the button to let yourself out.
Not when you're outside. This is great.
That sounds like terrible cage design.
If you're a dog, I mean.
It's high up.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. I can't just
sorry.
like get the. Okay, it's high up.
The puppy wouldn't reach it.
And we've just demonstrated that physical things can't go through the barrier cage.
When they roll a
Well,
reflex save of 3.
Yeah.
Fortitude.
Fortitude, sorry.
There's the I don't know how to get to that button. I don't want to.
30% recharged.
Is the dog?
Gosh.
Is it within like dog reach?
No, it's far off. The cage is maybe 3 foot, and the dog is a tiny little puppy.
Man, 3 foot high dog. Can I try dropping a little bit of like a leaf from my thing and just making sure the top of the cage is also
Yeah.
if the
So
top
you
panel
drop
exists.
the leaf
Yeah.
above the cage.
Yeah.
And the leaf just sort of floats straight through and lands next to the puppy, and the puppy goes "Ah!" and just starts like chewing on the leaf.
Oh man. I'm gonna get a spanner
Okay.
and I'm just gonna like poke the metal through.
As you poke the metal through,
Yeah.
nothing happens.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my finger through.
As your finger goes through, make a fortitude save.
Ah, damn it. Oh man.
Need a 15.
No, that was a 5.
You get thrown backwards, and you sort of get lifted up a bit because you've come through from the
good.
top.
Oh, good.
And because it's charged up a little bit, you take 1 point of damage. So 1 stamina point.
Can you send the robot? Maybe the robot can go through.
Well, I don't want Fruby to get damaged.
Ruby.
Yeah, but the spanner went through. Fine.
In his legs telescopic.
Oh, that is true. The spanner was fine, but Fruby has all sorts of electrical components, and it's very time-consuming to fix them.
Didn't the drone say when we were coming in that it was biological life forms that we were supposed to be protected?
Protecting. That's
So
true.
maybe these cages only cage biological life forms.
True. Maybe the drone can go through. Can I test this theory by picking up the drone and waving the drone through?
Yeah,
Fruby.
as you wave it through, the drone goes straight through
Okay.
over the dog, and the dog's like, "Rawr, rawr."
Can you throw the
I'm
drone
gonna hit
at the button?
No, I'll hit the dog. I'm gonna hit my what's it called, little transformer thing, and be like, okay,
Fruby.
I want you to very carefully put one of your legs through that there wall.
It holds up a leg, and it starts slowly extending, and it gets closer and closer to the edge of the cage, and goes straight through.
Okay.
And he's sort of Fruby doesn't look at anything. It's just Fruby.
Okay, Fruby's legs are actually not very, like... I don't think Fruby's very dexterous. Although you did say it was quite high up. Let's try it. Okay, just, okay, yeah, forward a bit. Okay, just, like, okay, there, right, yeah. Just, okay, just keep going. No, mind the dog, Fruby, mind the dog.
Tries to pet the dog. Fruby. And are you telling it to press the button?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to make it roll. The Fruby presses the button, and the cage goes. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time. It goes very slowly as Thally is sort of quite tentatively sort of instructing, and then the cage goes, doo, and all the beams drop, and the dog sort of looks up like.
Here we go, Pluto. I'll pick up the dog. I'll pick up the bone in the other hand as well.
It sort of tries to like snap at the bone as you try and take it away.
Can I gnaw on the bone?
You absolutely can. Pluto gnaws at the other end a bit, like
It's like the lady in the trap.
with giant, like proper bone shape.
Yeah. Like a sauropod femur.
And you have the drone. You hear the drone go 60% recharged.
You know what? I think this drone is going to be just fine after a while.
Yep, I would have thought so too.
So that's lucky.
It is lucky, isn't it? Shall we? Let's go.
Speeding
Snicked.
up, recharge.
Let's go.
75% charge.
Hurry up.
As you head up the stairs, the hatch opens and you go into the floor 78, and the elevator is there waiting for you.
Oh, good.
And I will say, you get in the elevator, you go up, and as it opens, you see Aubrey playing with a little feather with Hades, and she goes, "Oh, hello, you're back." And we will leave it there. Thank you so much, everyone. You saved Pluto.
Save the puppy.
We did it.
Episode 1, we did not let the dog die.
Didn't let
All
the
is
dog
well. The dog was fine, to be fair.
Oh, we did Starfindering,
time.
everyone. I
We
think
found
we did
those
quite
stars.
good
All of the Starfindering.
Starfindering.
We found loads of stars. We did so well.
All the stars. We didn't find. I watched one episode of Starfinder with those RPGeeks. They didn't talk about one single star. How dare they?
Alpha Centauri. There, you happy?
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching, everyone. We will be back next week, live next Monday at 7:00 UK time. That's 7
But not
PM
live, pre-recorded.
BST. It's true, not live. In fact, not live next Monday.
Smashed it.
Thank you.
In case you're wondering why we weren't responding to people in chat. it's fine.
Yeah.
Right. But it will be streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/RPGeeksDND, one of the places you can find us, alongside youtube.com/RPGeeksDND, or podcast.com. Is that a website?
Podbean, but if you just search for RPGeeks, then we
Wherever you
should
cast your
appear
votes.
on most podcasting platforms. The podcast will probably come out a few weeks after the others, just from me being away with work for a long time.
But what if we wanted to see certain sections of the show in vertical form video?
What a good idea.
Oh my gosh, should you follow us on TikTok?
That would be a great plan. What if we wanted to hear about the latest news from the RP Geeks and general goings on in the TTRPG world? Where might we go for that?
Maybe some sort of Twitter?
Oh, that sounds good. And what if you wanted very sporadic, rarely ever posted on pictures, but a bit more visual than Twitter? Where
I've
might
got the
you go
site
for
for
that?
you.
Yeah?
It's Instagram.
Oh, that
RPGeeks
sounds not
D&D.
active.
Ooh, not active.
Intermittently active. And I've just remembered as well, we forgot to reiterate this, but we have actually a big and exciting announcement
Yes.
to make
gosh, yeah.
now.
Very big, exciting announcement.
Like a very
Welcome
big
to
and
the end of the
exciting-
show.
Yeah.
I did wonder when this was going to come in.
Yes, which is we have joined the modern world, and the RP Geeks are now on Patreon.
Yay!
Oh,
Yay!
a lot about Patreon stuff.
Yes, and it
It's a
also,
new thing, maybe
to
you
add to
haven't
that,
heard of
if
it.
you are currently subscribing to us on Twitch, don't do that. Stop giving
Well, you can. We're not going to
Bezos
stop
your
you
bucks.
from doing
Well,
it.
no, but we'd rather you went to the Patreon. Yeah.
If it's free with your Amazon Prime, you know.
Oh, yeah, but all
yeah.
the free
Give
ones.
us
We'll
those
take all
Bezos
the free
bucks.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He ain't going to the moon with our money.
So there will be more information about our new Patreon on the aforementioned social media platforms. But I'm going to tell you about two things that we're going to be doing on our Patreon. You can join our Patreon for £3 a month and become an official geek. It's
We
very
have the
exciting.
power to
It's,
officially
yeah,
geek
it's-
you,
We can
We've
decide
decided that.
Yeah.
We own that adjective and all the rights around it.
And one of the
Extensive
things
legal battle.
Is it an adjective or it's a noun? It's a noun. Fuck!
Noun.
We only own the adjectival rights!
Oh, we fucked it, everyone.
Thousands of pounds wasted!
Like, go around with there's geeky written everywhere. I didn't see the Y! Just scratching.
Those lawyers laughed at us!
I thought they were just happy. Simon!
Bloody Abadar Corp.
one of the things you get if you become an official geek is I don't know if this is a pro or a con for you, but you get to see my notes.
Yes.
That's what you were doing that whole time!
At any tier, you get to see Sharmony's notes. Don't give it away for free, Sharmony.
Jesus, not this tier! This is tier nothing!
It's just a teaser of the cute dog I drew. Okay.
Oh, you cute
one
dog.
done.
Cute dog.
It's
Your first
mostly
taste
not
free,
doodles.
alright?
Yeah, exactly. And at the next tier, we are starting a new sort of mini series of behind the scenes chats. This is our new debrief show. And basically, we're going to go record that now and chit chat
It's going to be
about
really fun. We're going
what's
to
just happened and reveal some secrets, maybe.
Yeah, maybe reveal some secrets, talk a bit about how we got to certain places, how panicked I was in the break about people not wanting to do the quests that I gave them. For example, that might be something that comes up.
So that's a new thing we're doing. We'd
Probably
love
some
to share it with you.
extracts from Charmony's notes, I would imagine. They're everywhere. That's what we like.
Is a genius. That's what I've written down.
Amazing.
So yeah, we're very excited about that. Let us know what you think. Get in touch or hatefully watch us and write YouTube comments as Simon.
Watch us with hate in your heart.
No,
we like.
Love,
we
joy.
love,
joy.
love.
And we're split
Starfinder
down the
love.
middle.
But anyway, we have to head off now. Thank you so much for joining, wherever you may be joining from, and we shall see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.